Matt, take a step towards John.
Okay, we should be able to hear us now.
What was something on mute?
Matt, take a step towards John.
Yeah,
we should be able to hear us now.
All right, we're good.
Something on mute.
Take a step towards John. All right, go back to coming soon. All right, we're good.
Okay, back to camera 1. And should be good.
All right.
Go live.
So the other mics probably did work, but
Probably.
Let's try this
Matt
again.
clicked something.
Something. At least you can hear us, though. If levels are loud, tell us. We should be able to hear us now.
Dial it down a little bit.
All right, go live.
We are.
We are.
Oh,
Yes.
Take
I didn't
3.
say. Go.
that's why I said to leave it on the coming soon screen. So you were
Jumping
sat
over.
down and ready.
We were testing all the other
Anyway, for the third time, I'm tired of saying this already. Welcome back to episode 26 of the Two Beerded Guys. I may have had to cancel last week's episode because of stuff I was doing, but John's the one trying to fuck this one up. So anyways, I am TBG_Ops Guy.
I am here. That's what counts. Wait, Mudhog being Q. That's
Behind the camera is the one and only.
The cursed off-screen Matt, because this whole thing started because John was trying to get me a mic, and every time we do that, that's when things go tits up on this show.
Every freaking time. Dude.
We are trying to get Matt mics. We're going to have new mics. We have new mics. We just aren't using them right now because we thought they weren't working, but it was actually something Matt and John did. But anyway.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly went into the canal. Anyway.
Yeah, he did.
We are back. We are ready to have some fun. As you can tell, there is no guest today, so unfortunately that means off-screen Matt does count.
Woo!
It breaks my heart a little bit to say
Sad
that.
day.
Yeah. But best wishes to our friend Kelly. She has a little stomach bug, so hopefully she gets feeling better and we can get her on the show soon. Between COVID and then now this, we've not been able to get her on the show.
No, not at all.
She's more cursed than Jordan, so Jordan almost lost an arm, but she was able to at least make it the second time.
But you know what this means, though?
More beer for us.
Oh, yeah, and we've all had rough weeks, days, whatever, so.
I got a dry weekend, so my body needs some booze. I get too much blood in the streams. I need to thin that shit out.
He's thin it out, otherwise it's going to start clotting up.
Yeah.
Right.
But we got 7 beers slated for today. I put a post on Facebook and Instagram.
Beautiful.
For what we were drinking, first and foremost. Matt, what are you looking the most forward to?
I'm kind of torn. I got a couple of them. There's that kumquat goza, which just has got kumquat in it. It's fun to say, and I don't really know what it tastes like.
Kumquat.
The milkshake IPA from Brewlink. If you watched before, you know I'm a big Brewlink boy, so I'm really stoked on that. I've had that before at a brew fest. So I had it live on tap, and it was delicious. So I'm hoping it tastes as good.
I don't know if
can.
I've had their milkshakes.
I have not.
And then there's a couple of stouts that sound really, really good too. So I'm pretty just pumped for the night.
So most of the lineup, got it.
Right.
John, what about you, brother?
That Murder on Drury Lane. It's a stout. It's what, chocolate caramel?
Caramel brownie.
Caramel brownie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
Spotted cow.
I'm most looking forward to the German chocolate cake pastry stout.
Okay.
But I also think it's the one that's going to let me down the most.
You hate pastry stouts.
That's one of the reasons I think that. But so the other one is the White Elm Brewery's Rocky Road Milk Stout. It looks like it could be real good.
Excited for that.
But this should be a good lineup. I'm excited to go. Our first beer.
Let's get into it.
Is going to be New Glarus's Spotted Cow. It is popular mostly because nobody can get it. Is this twist off? No, it's not.
I've never had it.
I have.
I've had it before as well, and I'm kind of think it's that Yingling syndrome. It's that, like Tyler said, you got to bootleg it or you can't get it readily, so it's got a little more illustrious allure than maybe, Qualitelli going with it. But
Gotcha.
It's not that it's bad, it just gets overhyped, I think.
Yeah, New Glarus does not allow any of their beer to be distributed outside of the state of Wisconsin. So it's funny, there was a picture online not that long ago of like when the Cubs were in Milwaukee, they literally loaded up the team bus with Spotted Cow.
Spotted cow.
Did they have a transit era Firebird painted on the front of the bus? Or?
And brought it back, and it cracked. Yeah, it's New Glarus, who cares? But
some people haven't seen it.
it cracks me up just because it reminds me of Yingling before Yingling got to Indiana.
Okay.
People get so excited of, oh my god, Yingling's so good, and then once it was in Indiana, they're like, this really isn't that good.
But Yingling did it first. They're the oldest brewery.
So is it a lager or what is it?
It is.
It just says ale. I was reading it earlier.
So it is an ale.
So not a lager, definitely. Okay.
It's a farmhouse ale.
Okay.
Every drop of Wisconsin's original farmhouse ale is artisan brewed and bottled by the hardworking employee owners of New Glarus Brewing Company, right here in Little New Glarus, Wisconsin. Blah, 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 blah. Adheres to the Reinkus, I never can pronounce that word right. Purity law. It's the German purity law.
Gotcha.
I never can pronounce that right. Using only 4 hand-selected all-natural ingredients, yeast, hops, water, and malted barley. We allow yeast to remain on the bottle to enhance the fullness of flavors, so it is naturally cloudy.
Okay.
Yep. Percentage-wise, I think it's like 4 something. It's not on the bottle.
I can't imagine being too high.
I just was looking at it when we were having technical difficulty, so I could try to remember it, and then I forgot it. 4.8.
Okay.
Luckily, still had it pulled up. So, yeah, let's drink.
While you guys are tasting, I know we had Dale was on. We kind of got him kicked off. We signed off. Hey, Dale. Hope he's still on. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Molly.
Yeah.
Louis was on. James Lewis Humphrey.
Yeah, Russell's back on again.
You mean Wumfries?
Humphreys. They've got to whump it. Russ says he looks forward to not seeing off-screen Matt since he wants us to not want to see him.
Oh, which reminds me, I need to take a picture and send it. Thank you.
Did you do the beer of the day also, Tyler?
What?
Beer of
He
the
did.
day?
It's already done.
Oh! Look at that.
He's on it.
I had it done more than your guys' crap.
Hey, I was just doing what you told me to do before the show. You said do it, so I was doing it, and it didn't. I ran out of time.
Tyler, you weren't specific enough. You didn't say get it done a day before the show. You said do it
Right.
before the show.
John never listens to
So
me
John
anyway.
did it right before the show.
But John never listens to me. I didn't think today would be the day he'd start.
Whatever.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I know.
God bless it. One
Hey,
day-
this beer.
Yeah, what about it?
boys?
That's about what I'm thinking about. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's
kind of banana clovish with malty.
I mean, it's farmhouse ale. There's not much to it. Easy drinking. It's not a bad lawnmower beer. At 4.8 plus easy drinking.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird bitter afternote, but not strong, just there, which it's so soft and light drinking. I really don't want that. So
I don't notice the bitter afternote, so
I don't get it as much, but it is a different aftertaste. I'll give you.
yeah, it's less of a bitterness, more of a spicy aftertaste, maybe like a spice. Clove, ginger, sort of dill. I don't know.
with a farmhouse, that doesn't surprise me.
John's just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks right now.
I'm hoping one of you guys agrees
His
with
tongue's
something.
There's a good
One of
chance I
those
don't
days.
agree with anything you say today.
That's fine. That's fine.
Since we got started 20 minutes late.
Hey, we're on
Hey,
last week.
We just set a new record, okay?
Of how late we started.
We can only go up from here.
So anyway, we'll go ahead and grade this. There isn't much. I don't think it's worth a trip to Wisconsin to haul it back. Although I do know people who would buy it around here, so maybe I will bring more back next time. But just to sell it. I mean, that's not legal.
No, you'd gift it.
To trade it.
Yeah.
Trade it.
Yep, it is.
Your trades are legal.
Bartering is legal, but selling is not.
Yes.
Sounds fair.
That makes sense. It's Indiana. And the federal government, you know.
I wouldn't
That's
fuck
the
with it. It's fine. If I never have it again, I'll be okay with it.
What are you going to grade it?
I got 2.75.
Better than I expected. Matt?
Yeah.
I mean, comparing it to something more on even keel, like, the Budweisers or Coors or something like that, it's on par with that. Like I said, it's not worth going out to search out, but if someone gives it to me, I got no problem with it.
But you're paying craft beer prices is the thing.
Well, okay. All right, so I'd go about 2.75 then. I mean, if I'm at someone's house and they give it to me, which is normally the way I get this, then I got no problem with it, but if it's expensive, not worth the upcharge.
All right, so their scores are 2.75. Mine is a 2.5, which means the overall is a 2.75. Yeah, so slightly below average, not really worth a trip. If you get it, try it just to say you've had it, because anybody that ever goes to Wisconsin, well, have you ever had Spotted Cow? It's amazing. No, it's not. It's really not. It's not. It's a beer.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Yingling.
It's a beery beer.
It's wet. Yeah.
It's got hops.
Yeah.
Malt, water.
That one has gluten. This one does not.
By all definition, it's a beer.
So our next beer is going to be a gluten-free option for those of you that are gluten intolerant. This is the... What?
Not a cider.
Yeah, that's not a cider. This is the Glutenberg Blonde Ale. I've had a few different Glutenbergs. They actually have one that we used to carry at Books and Brews Broad Ripple when I ran it. We carried it in can. It was a Pilsner that was gluten-free.
Yeah.
And it was actually really good. And we got it for like 30 cents a can. They were needing to unload it one day. And I bought all of it.
Now everyone that bought those Books and Brews is like, that motherfucker!
Sold it dirt cheap and still made an absolute killing.
Nice.
Like I sold it for like $2 a can.
Well, yeah, it's at 30 cents a can.
Yeah.
7
Your
times.
margin is like 1,000%.
It was $3 a can, just like the PBR, but like PBR, we did a $2 day for it too. So like, and people were buying it at $3 a can because it was a 16-ounce gluten-free beer.
Yes.
But it was hilarious. Anyways,
so is this brewery is gluten-free like their thing across all the stuff, or they just have some?
I believe it's across their whole platform.
Okay.
It is a 4.5% beer. It was the World Beer Cup Bronze winner in 2012 for the gluten-free category.
Okay.
So, there might have been like 2 other beers I was going against.
Even bronze is still
gluten-free 8 years ago.
Yeah. But
not much going on.
Yeah. 100% gluten-free, 100% great beer. That is what the can's saying.
But it's kind of cool they're doing the gluten, because we have had a couple people ask about gluten-free stuff, and I think we've had ciders excluded, one, maybe 2?
So we had the Sufferfest, which was the one with the honey cone, the bee pollen. Yeah, the bee pollen.
And then we had one other, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're...
And then most of the time it's been ciders or seltzers that...
It's even cold.
It's in the fridge.
Okay.
Was it in the fridge or the kegerator?
It was in the fridge upstairs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that should have been cool.
She pulled it out of the box. I mean, we started 20 minutes late, so...
It's not going to get off that one anytime soon, is it?
Yeah.
I like how it's like crooked, too. Like, they fucked up printing it.
Well,
or is
when
that
you apply the
intentional?
label.
It's a stylistic choice.
I've seen the cans before. It's not normally that way.
Well, there wasn't someone like you to tell it otherwise. No.
Although it looks like it might have been on purpose.
It looks pretty intentional, yeah.
They might have changed up how they do it.
Because the bottom
that
half of
gluten-free
the
right
Yeah,
there.
that's why I thought maybe. I wonder, they might have changed up how they do it.
Nice.
Interesting.
Hey, this is a blonde ale. It tastes delicious.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't like blondes typically.
I know, I'm more a brunette guy.
Redhead. Oh, beer.
Whoa.
Damn, we're talking about beers. I forgot.
Well, back on
nice.
topic. That's actually pretty crisp. That's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it's refreshing, crisp. No weird banana that you sometimes get with blondes.
Right.
It's not a robust flavor, but there's something there.
It's just a little bit there.
Yeah, it's got some kind of flavor. It's not like a cream ale where you're just like drinking water.
Yeah, easy drinking. If you're someone who just likes beer to be beer, this would fit in your light categories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has a little flavor. It has a little something extra.
It's crisp, well carbed.
Clean finish.
Much better than Spotted Cow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's gluten free. So for those of you, again, with gluten intolerance, there's not a ton of options still. It's getting better. Ghostfish Brewery does one, or they do a lot of them. They basically cater to gluten free now. And you can find their beers on tap at Books and Brews Noblesville. They usually have one of theirs on tap as a gluten free option. But it's starting to become a little more. But there's still not a ton of options. So if you're looking, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Where did you say this one was based out of?
Did he?
I didn't. I don't remember
That's
it
for
even
those
saying.
that may look if it says.
It's brewed and canned by Brashes Sans Gluten, Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Quebec.
Imported by Massachusetts Beverage Alliance.
Okay. Just Glutenberg.
Yeah.
That's the name of the brewery.
Yep. Ingredients: water, millet.
Be one of those
corn.
times you can go to the Untapped website and put in Glutenberg and
It'll show you all their options.
find near me.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that technology, huh?
You can find it in cans.
that. I know how to do.
You can find it in cans at Books and Brews Noblesville as well.
Very nice.
It's actually where I bought that can.
Really? I mean, even objectively, gluten aside, like this isn't a bad beer.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I can't.
Like I
tell
don't
if it's
feel like I
gluten or
gotta
not.
settle because this is a gluten free beer. With that in mind, this isn't. I was like, oh,
No,
this is a
pretty
decent,
solid beer.
a decent light
Yeah.
beer.
I guess it's my turn to go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since we don't have a guest, and I don't like that Matt counts. So I guess I'll go first. I'm gonna give it a 3.25. I think it's above average. I'm not a blonde fan, so it's hard for me to go much higher. Plus, it's a blonde. There's not a lot to it, so it's harder to go higher.
Yeah.
But I think it's a 3.25. I'm going to give it a 3.25 because I do think they did better than average. I've liked it better than a lot of the blondes we've had.
Agreed. And I was going to go 3.25 as well. For those exact reasons. It's for the blondes that we've had, whether they're cream ales or blondes, obviously different styles, but very similar enough. I feel like this is going to be one I'll pick out from the shelf if I have to go with that.
I always, if I see Glutenberg at the liquor store, I do consider picking it up, and I have before, just because I've so far not had anything by them I didn't enjoy.
Right. Yeah.
I am right on line with you guys. 3.25. I don't feel like it's settling for anything. It's not like rusting on it being a gluten free beer to sell. It's actually a pretty damn good light beer, and like I said, blondes don't get so high, but for that I'd say it's kind of like top of the shelf for the blondes. Like it's almost got kind of like a snickerdoodle kind of spice finish at the end of it too. At least at the end of that last swig I got. I hate to like be a John.
Yeah,
right
you're
now,
doing
but-
a John.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Speaking of John, Liz update. Want to tell Mudhog what's up my crispy little chicharron?
Oh,
Chicharrone?
Chicharrone. Crispy little chicharrone.
I don't even know what that
Jesus
is. Don't tell me where that comes from.
Pork rind.
Oh.
She likes my pigskin.
How about that next beer, Tyler?
Liv, I'm going to need you to stop.
No, it's awesome.
Ugh.
So before we go to the next beer,
Fuck you.
Tyler's still waiting for his first fan, okay?
right?
Just for what?
Where's Dale?
God,
He gets Dale.
no.
Love you, Dale. Come fix my damn audio. We should talk about some of the fun things we're doing, right?
I'm not doing anything fun right now. Life sucks. No. Actually, I just had a job.
Nice. Congrats.
Tyler's on his way to being in the realm of employed again.
Ooh, that's
Going
fun.
back into the autism field. I'm going to be working with kids with autism again. Making really good money, actually.
Good.
Pretty excited about it. It's a brand new company in Indianapolis, owned by someone who used to work at the place I used to work. The clinical director is someone I unbelievably respect. She's one of the smartest individuals I've ever met. Excuse me, especially in this field.
You know what's funny? She's one of the smartest people I've ever met. You're really selling this hard.
No, it's really cool. And they called me, and we got to talking, and I'm pumped. I got to recertify again with my RBT, but other than that,
Did you like really sell it? Like, well, I got this thing going right now. Can I get like a week to think about it? Give them the hardball, see if they give you.
no,
like,
I just let my old title as operations manager to sell it for me, and it was great. She's like, I don't think I can match what you used to make at Books and Brews, but here's what I'm
Little does she
offering you.
know.
And I'm sitting there going, "Ah!"
You're like, are you offering me minimum wage? I'll take it.
Upgrades. But it's great. It's going to be my highest paying job ever, other than umpiring, because umpiring pays stupid, but it's not consistent or, normal. But I'm excited. Baseball tryouts are coming up. I've been busy as shit lately.
Nice.
What about you, John? What's new?
Yeah, you're
Well, since someone wasn't here last week, Matt and I did the watch party, Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, yeah. That nobody watched.
It was fun, but all no viewers.
It doesn't matter. It was so much fun. Like, that was a perfect movie to do that watch party on.
Oh, Cabin in the Woods is amazing.
Yeah, it was great. It was also kind of fun because John hasn't seen it.
I hadn't seen it, yeah.
I know, right?
That would have been a good one to do drunk movie reviews for.
Well, we kind of did.
Well,
Just through the movie.
But I meant, like, for
Exactly.
the podcast,
Oh.
like...
Well, there's always another episode of that.
Speaking of podcasts...
Yes.
Those of you that don't know, we now have a podcast on Turfs Up Radio.
Yes, Russell, share some information about that in the chat so others can see it.
But we're doing drunk movie reviews with
Yep.
the Two Beerded Guys. What is the official title of it? Two Beerded Guys drunk movie reviews, or
I think so.
It's pretty on the nose. We weren't very clever with that.
It is what it says it is.
we watch a movie during the week separately. We don't have time to hang out again. But
you.
Well, all right, we try, but we watch them. We all have homework basically, and then after the show, when we got a nice buzz going, or some days a lot of a buzz going, we're then reviewing the movie we watched as homework.
With the challenge of really like a 20-minute review, because when you're drunk, you go off on all sorts of different tangents.
So
not on this show.
We're aiming at 20 to 30 minutes. 30 is the max. The goal is 20.
Yeah.
30 is kind of that max. That's that upper tier. Last time,
that's that Patreon shit.
our first one was Ford versus Ferrari.
Right.
So we started off with kind of a serious one.
Yeah.
And we're definitely shifting gears.
We did.
For the next one.
We completely shifted, and we're the next one will be that we'll actually be recording tonight.
Yep.
Will be Heavyweights, the Disney classic.
Yeah. I definitely have my thoughts. I'm not going to get into them right now because
I
that's
know.
what the podcast is
Damn
for.
straight.
I literally watched it last night. I was like, I almost want to take notes because I got things to say.
Yes,
and John and I were just messing with the mic, so I was like, nope, wait for the podcast.
Yep, wait for the podcast.
Love that movie. I am so excited to talk about it.
I remember
it's
watching
so
it as a kid,
dumb.
but I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, probably like 8 or 9. So I was like, I remembered this much of it.
The joys of Disney Plus, man. The joys
Right.
of Disney Plus.
The other thing that we're doing
Oh yeah, go ahead.
is Russell Nightcap Hecubus on Turfs Up Radio. We did it for the first time. Well, not did it, you know what I mean? Right?
Don't
but-
make Liv jealous.
But on Thursday, on our radio appearance, I actually broadcast that live on Twitch.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
you did.
basically streamed the Turfs Up Radio website with the camera on me and then the chat. And so as Russ and I, we did our radio show. People could communicate. yeah, that's funny. Good job, Russ.
That's words. I can't read.
So, and we're going to try, and I don't know if we can get it figured out by this Thursday, but we're going to try to actually have a video streaming of Russell as well. Just another way to use Twitch in a different manner.
I also think this is the last Thursday I'll have to miss
Okay.
for the radio call-in. At
Okay.
least for a while.
Okay.
For the record on that, Russ just popped up, said it's uploading this week.
Okay.
But he had to bleep some things.
We'll try to
So,
There were a lot of F-bombs in the Ford versus Ferrari.
we'll try to do better
yeah,
this time.
and not just the word Ford, but
Or Ferrari.
yeah, fair enough. Halfway through and realized that we're not on our show. Maybe we shouldn't be cursing as
Literally halfway would say like, "Hey Russell, when you listen to this."
Let us know.
Let us know.
Now we have been informed.
All right, so try to limit the F-bombs this time.
I'll try.
Good
We're trying,
luck.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, we'll let us know. I mean, we enjoyed the watch party. So that was really fun. And if people want to give that a go, we'll do that again. Give it another shot.
Is that something we have to do on Twitch, though, if we're going to do it?
Well, here's
that
the
was
thing.
kind of a caveat. I think,
Here's the reason
right?
we do it on Twitch, because you can only do movies on Twitch because they're partnered with Amazon Prime. If we do a watch party on Facebook, we can only watch Facebook videos. And Facebook doesn't have
No.
studio movies. So you're watching
Dumb things.
dumb things.
TikTok.
Same thing with YouTube. You can watch party on YouTube, but you're stuck with YouTube videos.
Yeah, we're trying really hard to also keep everything separate. So, making Twitch its own thing, making YouTube its own thing. So, anyway, we've talked a lot. It's time to drink more.
Yeah, more beer.
So, the next beer is Springhouse Brewing Company's Nocturnal Exodus.
Is it kumquat?
I just realized we didn't even cover the whole rating scale.
We didn't have a guest to explain it to. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
I think we messed up last time we didn't have a
In
guest,
case
too.
we have some new viewers.
All right,
maybe.
so for new viewers, just so you know, we do everything on the
It's usually much better than this.
Yeah. We
it's
do,
a shit show.
every-
Not much, just a little better.
we do everything on the Untapped scale, which is 0 to 5 in 0.25 increments. 3 is our perfectly average beer. 3 is that beer that you're just like, no, I'll drink it. It's not bad. It's not great. It's that average beer. Going up, you hit 4 or higher. That's like we're searching it out. We've never had a 5, but that is like your top 10. That's your top 10 at that moment beer. So I've never had anything better at this point in time other than it's in this top 10 range. I think it can stay there for a while. That's a 5. Going the opposite direction, you hit down to 2. Anything under 3 is below average. You get to 2. That's me. And it all right, I can still drink it. It's not awful. Go under 2 towards 1. You're going, all right, we're starting to get there. One is like, oh, dear God, I would rather drink water. I'd rather drink Diet Mountain Dew than anything.
I actually think
under a
John's heavy sigh just really kind of explained under a 1.
Yeah. Best IPA in Alabama.
Best IPA in Alabama. Platform seltzer.
Sour IPA from 450 North.
I'm trying to throw up his mouth.
But anyway, so we're back to
Need
the
beer.
beer because, again, we want to drink. Springhouse Brewing Company's Nocturnal Exodus by Ryan Spock. It's a kumquat lime gosa.
You know what lime tastes like?
4.5%. Really fucking cool can art. I don't know what the point of it is, but it's really
How are
cool.
we supposed to get drunk if everything's 5% or less?
We got stouts later.
We have 3 stouts.
All right.
And this is only 7. We're going to get an 8. Come on, John.
Yeah.
I didn't drink any the whole weekend, and I was back home hanging out with my family. I need beer.
Perfect. I'm counting on that. And also, we were talking about the 5s. We got a few beers coming in that might push that 5. I'm not guaranteeing it will be, but it's going to be close.
We had one last show that...
Spoilers, that we got some beers coming in from a place that starts with an F and ends with Emont. So,
You know,
We got a
because
vertical of that.
we don't talk about Fremont a lot.
And then we'll get that vertical, that Bourbon County vertical at some point, too. 'Cause I feel
It's
that could
looking
push
like
it.
it's going to be November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good time to do it.
well, that's
though,
a good
because-
time, but I want it now.
Right.
I was talking to Shuggy today. The COVID's kind of had everything messed up, so.
Sure.
And he goes, if we wait till November, we'll get one more bottle.
That's fair.
And he goes, then we can do a 7-year vertical.
7-year Bourbon County vertical. I'm calling off the next day.
Oh, absolutely.
Worth it.
Kumquat and lime.
It's not very kumquat-y.
What?
2 points, John.
That's not bad.
Yeah, if anyone's ever had a kumquat to give us any flavor profiles, make sure we're on the right page. But
Yeah, I don't really know what a kumquat's supposed to taste like, but it doesn't taste
I
bad.
taste the lime.
it's like a grape-sized
I
orange.
taste lime and I taste something else. I just don't know what it is. I
It
assume
must
it's
be
the
the kumquat.
kumquat.
It's also fun to say. It rolls off the tongue nicely.
I like the tartness. I like the overall flavor. It's a little watery, even for a Gosa.
Yeah.
Because you get all the flavor at first, and then it just blah.
Kind of tastes like a cucumber.
Okay, so
Like the aftertaste.
I think I was going to say, I'm glad you said that because I was going to say there's an off flavor in there, and this vegetable cucumber. That's definitely
What,
there's
is
some
there
sort
a
of
fruit
bacteria.
cucumber?
There's some bacteria.
Well, you said vegetable cucumber, and I'm like, is
Oh.
there a fruit
Make a
cucumber?
vegetable flavor or a cucumber flavor, like a celery or cucumber.
Well, Russell's confirming it is a citrus flavor, which is kind of citrusy. Maybe it's just weird citrus?
Nah, it's okay. It's got that off flavor in it.
I do like the initial on it, though.
Yeah.
The initial hit your tongue, pucker, flavor, solid.
I'll be honest, the initial pucker is more than I care for.
Oh, that doesn't shock me.
Not being the big sour guy, but we had a lot of sours that I did like and gozes that I did like
You
surprisingly.
did have a lot there for a while.
So that's why I kind of bought a couple of them on the last taper. I was like, maybe I'm a goza guy. Maybe I'm not after all.
You're more of a Berliner Weiss guy than a Gosa guy.
Yeah, but the one we had from Street Side was really freaking
It was.
bomb.
This one, like I said, finishes a little watery. All the flavors at the beginning, very drying mouthfeel. Yeah. When you're done drinking it, you're like,
I just bit into a cucumber.
I need more, not of this, just liquid.
Yeah.
This is one I wish we had when Kevin was on because he could tell us exactly what that off flavor is.
It might not be an off flavor.
No,
We don't really know what kumquat is.
Gozas don't have. Yeah, no. It's
Now, Russ also says,
Definitely
it's citrus flavor. Next post, mixed with a squash, LOL, or a cucumber. So I don't know if he's just
See?
playing nice for us or
Told
that's
ya.
actually correct. But
We don't know what a kumquat is. I'm not saying there's an off
it's a
flavor.
grape-sized orange.
no.
Allegedly.
That's fair.
I'm just judging
Yeah.
by what's here because I don't think there's an off flavor.
I mean, I bought this on novelty because of kumquat.
He just wanted to say kumquat a lot.
As much as I can, yes. kumquat.
Okay. I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna rate this.
Well, it's all right. He's first.
Yeah.
God, I hate the fact he counts today.
Me?
Yes.
Well, you do
Yeah,
that. I'm gonna look up kumquat.
I'm not a big fan of this. If it tastes like it's supposed to, I'm less a fan. If it doesn't, then it's still not my bag. I'm gonna go like I don't know, 1.75.
Okay.
It's such a weird flavor. It's more sour than I would prefer. I think you kind of nailed it. It's a little watery, Tyler, too.
Yeah, like it finishes very well.
And the finish with that weird cucumber thing, which if that's the way it's supposed to be, I don't know. Russ says he used to use it at a menu at his restaurant he used to manage, so he might be a good guy to
Russell, seriously, is there anything you didn't do? Good Lord.
Do kumquats make you poop?
What the fuck?
It's right here on WebMD. It's one of the Google questions.
All right, so 1.75 from Matt. Jonathan?
I'm going to go 1.25. I'm not liking it.
Tyler, I thought I was being harsh.
It looks like it's supposed to be a citrus flavor. It doesn't say anything about cucumber or celery.
Again, he used to cook with it, so I'm going to go with the guy that used to cook with it.
Instead of Google. I get it. It's fine.
The first line on Google doesn't mean it's right.
No, the first thing on Google you read was, does kumquat make you poop?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to take that.
That was the 8th thing.
So, anyway, John said 1.25.
Yeah, I'm not liking it.
I'm going to adjust to 1.5.
God, you fucker.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
I thought I was really swinging low at 1.75.
I'm giving it a 1.75, so, yeah. It comes out to, that's a
1.5.
Yeah. Comes out to a 1.5 average.
We're rinsing this shit out.
It's infected.
You don't know that.
There's another can there we can try.
You don't even know what the hell a kumquat tastes like.
I'm real sure it's infected.
I doubt it is. I really do.
Agree, disagree.
For one, your palate changes all the time. You don't know what shit tastes like, ever.
Well, I know what shit tastes like.
Dude, I didn't say it was good. We all rated it like shit.
We did.
You just don't know what a kumquat tastes like. You're like, oh, it's infected. He's sitting there going, no, that's actually what it's supposed to taste like. Sorry, guys. We decided before this episode started it was probably going to be an angry episode.
We're an angry episode. That's fine.
It's just the way it's going to be. We need a buffer between us during this show.
I need a really good beer tonight because we've not had one so far.
I think the rest of them are looking pretty promising.
I hope this turns around.
The Glutenberg was solid.
Yeah, doesn't count as blonde.
Yeah, I mean, you're both right.
All right, so the next beer. Go ahead and pull that up just in case I need it later.
And we're not mad at each other either.
We're not.
You're venting at each other, not to each other.
It's been a long week and it's a fucking Monday.
And we're trying to figure out the whole mic situation. Is like, hey Tyler, give me a mic test. It's like, F-y, F.
That's tough.
And it was like angrily, he's looking into John's soul while he was doing it with like this tone of the devil. And then John just like, well, F you too. And then he's like, well, damn it, this still isn't working. Neither mic is working.
By the way, real quick, before we forget, because we always do, make sure you follow us on all socials. So if you're watching on YouTube, follow on everything else.
Like and subscribe. Set those alerts, notifications.
Because we are trying to do things. We're adding all the time to our programming. And so, therefore, if we get followers and you guys tell us if you like it or don't, well, all right, we know this isn't working. We'll try something else. And every channel is going to have a little bit different. So, follow us on TikTok, until, the United States bans it. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I guess. I mean, we're not very active on Twitter, I'll admit. Go to our website and check it out. All that kind of stuff. But again,
get some swag.
All you guys got to do is smash that like button. Woo! Smash it! Smash it!
And we got to see your hearts.
Well done.
Also, speaking of shameless self-promotion, Roger said, hey, can I take you guys live on my show so you can do a live show about our Thursday shows? I'm not entirely sure what that is.
Yeah, although I'm not 100% sure how to, like...
Are you parting our show, Russell?
Russell, you figure out the technology part because I'm done with it.
Is he trying to bogart our show?
I think we did this a couple weeks ago too, didn't we?
That was during hour 3.
He called it and bogarted our show.
That was really a lot of fun.
It was pretty fun.
But last Monday for our watch party, we didn't really have anybody tune in. But for the Thursday night show, we had more viewers than we've ever had on Twitch, and part of it was because Russell threw it out on the radio and his listeners tuned in. So that was awesome.
Russell's trying to bogart. All right, so our next beer is going to be from Brewlink Brewing Company, the Pretty Awkward Milkshake IPA. This is it's a beer. The can tells me it's beer.
It's a beer. Okay.
I love Brewlink.
And this thing is thick and hazy.
It looks like orange juice.
It is. The milkshake style IPA is a creamy ale made with lactose, vanilla, and orange. And yes, it does bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah.
God damn it, Brewlink. Brewlink is out of Plainfield, Indiana. Which I think I forgot to say on the last beer, but who cares? So yeah, it wasn't good enough to get a call back. So,
God damn it. It had so much going for it till. Oh. I know exactly what this is too.
what is that?
See? That's what I was like. Oh, that's to me is pulp, orange pulp. Like if you drink pulpy orange juice, that's the flavor I get.
See, I don't notice it with orange juice because I love pulpy orange juice. That's what I drink.
So that the bitter pulp sitting on your tongue.
It's like an orange rind is being rubbed up and down on my tongue.
Yeah.
Imagine that, ladies.
Oh, this is gonna be a show for the ages. It has a very bitter finish.
It travel like the flavor goes on a big long trip in a sip. Like it starts off one thing and then the vanilla kicks in and the sweetness and I'm like, oh, this is really pleasant. And then that bitterness orange rind hits. It's like, oh.
It needs more vanilla, less orange rind bitter.
Yeah, so not balanced.
I'm gonna kind of go with having had this on tap on a keg at a brew fest, and this is why I was curious because the last time we had Brewlink, we had their white stout, their ivory stout,
which also wasn't as good as it is.
Yeah, I love, and I've had it multiple times. The can isn't as good as on draft, but it's not that far off. This thing is kind of similar, where again the draft was amazing. It tasted just like a dreamsicle melted in my mouth.
Yeah,
and it didn't have that as bitter of a finish to it. This is still okay, but it's not near as good as what it was. The finish on this, I think if it didn't have this finish, it wouldn't be so. Yeah.
That was good, right?
Or you could just done the sad trombone, the wah wah wah.
I can't find that
actually that one fit because
I did.
It was like upbeat and then.
Yeah. Lots of potential. Like there's good flavors in it.
And yes, I have an app that has that many fucking horror options.
Just finishes really weird. It's hazy. Color's beautiful. Just overall didn't work.
Yeah.
Damn it.
They kind of said it real well. I mean, I like Brewlink when it's on tap. I've yet to really have one in a can that's like wowed me.
Yeah.
It's just. It's not that it's bad. I'm sure some people would probably like it.
But if you've had it on tap, it's not the same.
No, I can't
that's
imagine.
That's where you're like, oh my god, this is so deliciously magical.
And I haven't had it on tap, this one, but I can't imagine that.
This was the one that like,
that orange peel.
Before I ever got into IPAs, I was at a Death and Taxes day. Green was with me. He tried this. He's like, dude, you got to get this. I was like, dude, it's an IPA. Hell no. He's like, no, it tastes like a drink. He's like, well, get it. I'm like, it's going to be an IPA. You're fucking with me. He's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't taste like an IPA. So then I finally broke. That's the most Matt
Green conversation I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's play-by-play. I was like, I was there yesterday. And then, I tried my sample. I was like, holy shit, this is really, really good. And this is not bad, but it's not.
This is
it's
how
not
he felt after he tried it.
Kinda. I was at full attention.
All right, Matt, you're gonna go ahead and score.
It's been a great night, guys. Thanks for having me.
You're gonna go ahead and score first again. Actually, no, we're gonna go into break here in a minute.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah, so go ahead. I was gonna have him do it, Renz, but we have.
Yeah.
It'll be a very quick break this time since we started late.
Sorry.
We don't have any guests to drag us down.
I'm gonna go 2.5. It's not horrible. The potential's in it. It didn't work in this can, so this beer, this can. That's how we rate.
What'd you say?
2.5.
Okay. Well, what about you, Matt?
I'm exactly with John. Having had it before, I was hoping this was going to taste the same. It didn't. This isn't bad, but if they could get what it tastes like on draft in this can, it would be like a 3+ easy, but this is a 2.5.
I think the only reason it's going to get a 2.5 out of me as well is the first half of the sip is good.
Yeah.
The back half is not.
Right.
So I can drink this. Like, if you handed it to me, I'll drink it. But it's just not quite there.
Would you guys being in the biz have any input on how can something like on draft taste so dramatically different than in a can?
It also, when was it that you had it on draft?
It was like Death and Tax Days, at least like a year or two ago.
So they could have changed recipes by now. They could have done something different.
Multiple things like that. You also take a look at the oxidization. So how much dissolved oxygen is going into the can? I know some places have more stringent QA controls when it comes to dissolved oxygen.
They
versus
don't
others.
have their own canning line at Brewlink, do they?
I don't know,
I
but
think
even if
they
they use
use,
the mobile canning, like it's more of along the lines of how much oxygen is getting into it in that final aspect. So I would maybe if it oxidizes a little bit, that's going to take away some of the flavor and things like that. Maybe introduce off flavors. That could be it.
Also, if it's a beer that's newer to being canned, a lot of times when you're making it just for draft, you're not making it in as large quantities, so you're able to do different things with the recipes. And then,
see that can.
And then when you decide to can it and make larger quantities, you have to change the recipe slightly, and that can cause different things as well.
I didn't think about it. Rust throughout carb level, which we have had some that definitely been undercarbed or overcarbed.
The carbonation level was solid.
No,
the carbonation level was solid.
I feel like there is a trend with Brewlink specifically, though. As much as I love them, a lot of the times their cans don't taste as good as their drafts. And even on their staple beers like the Ivory Stout, by and large, the cans usually aren't as good as I usually get it on draft. And I don't know why they can't get that dialed in. As much as I love them, I want them to.
By the way, Matt, Books and Brews Noblesville currently has the Ivory Stout on tap.
Really?
Now, this was canned on May 1st, so we're approaching a 3-month time frame on that, so 2.5 months in.
It's not bad.
Not bad, but IPAs oftentimes are best in that first 3-month time frame. So we're nearing the end of what would be considered a good, fresh time frame for an IPA.
Another reason to drink stouts instead. They just age well.
Yeah.
3 months is... That's short.
It is short, but it's an IPA.
It's still short.
Other beers can go 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, no issues.
A good IPA should last longer than 3 months. It might not be at its peak, but it should still be able to hold.
And that's my point.
It should be able to hold the majority of the flavor.
That's my point. It's not at its peak. So.
Well, that's the whole premise of the Enjoy By series from Stone, isn't it?
Oh, well, that's just also a nice marketing gimmick on their part.
Touche.
They're not dumb. People see that. Oh, my God! They're not dumb. There's a reason Stone has grown to the size they have.
They make damn good beers.
And they're very good at marketing.
Very good at marketing.
Let's be honest. Some of the biggest breweries in the country are not great beers, but they're damn good at marketing.
That's fair.
But anyway, guys, we're going to take a very, 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 very short break, mostly to rinse glasses and just prep for our last 3 stouts, and then we'll probably add a beer, let's be honest. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in like 2 minutes flat. I am TVG_Abs guy.
Oh, sorry. What dog being Q?
Behind the camera is
Off-screen Matt.
We love you guys. See you in just a couple minutes.
Just because you said too, Russell's also signing off. Thanks for joining Russ.
Bye, Russell. Good luck on the show.
Have fun on Turf's Up. We'll be back in a few.
Welcome back for hour number 2.
And more zany antics on the Two Beerded Guys specialty hour. Brought to you by Over Talking Upshur Guy. What the hell? Do we take a zip back to 1974 or what?
No, just have a little fun.
It'll be fun. Really fun.
But anyway, so we have our next 3 beers are all going to be stouts.
Thank God.
That is the 3 of our wheelhouse. That is
my happy place.
Yeah, Matt's happy place, John's happy place. I am.
These are all pretty much pastry stouts.
Very excited for these.
Not necessarily.
No, one's just a milk stout, one's a pastry stout, and one's a I don't really fucking know caramel brownie edition.
Yeah.
Pastry stout.
Not necessarily. Depends on how they made it. Could taste like brownies without being a pastry stout.
Fair.
It's made with a lot of brownie mix and love.
Anyway,
Sweet love.
I'm excited today. These beers are gonna be good. So, as always, TBG_Ops guy.
Mudhog BQ.
Dipshit behind the camera is.
I don't see a dipshit back here.
Off screen.
Who unfortunately counts today because our guest, Mr. Keezer,
he doesn't grade very well.
Yeah,
He's kind of quiet, a little shy, but other than that, we
too
are
large to
losing
fit in
it.
frame.
we know what we do.
So just like us. That's why we got the
Couldn't
wide
fit all
lens.
3 of you.
That's why we got the wide lens here.
170-degree frame. Picture.
Woo.
What do you think, man?
We've got Philip Hottenstein
Hello,
on
Philip.
here, and he says it's a pastry stout with somehow he's got the smiley face, but it's looking to the side stoically. It's
So it's this?
Yeah! Yeah, but it seems like a straight on, boom, generic smiley.
Yeah.
It's got a little tilt.
I like it.
Looking onward.
Now, this is going to be what Matt's looking forward to. This coconut.
You guys can suck a fat one.
This beer is by Devil's Canyon Brewing Company.
Okay.
It is 100% vegan.
First beer that we've had from them.
It is. And I think the first beer I've ever seen labeled 100% vegan.
Yeah.
Even if it is 100% vegan, I've never seen it.
You know why they might say that?
Because it has all the shit that...
Certain biofines that places will use to clarify their beer
okay.
might have some fish in
it can it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think it's funny. They made sure and labeled that shit.
Have we covered the fact that Oreos are vegan? Does that not freak anybody else out?
I just don't ever
There's
ask
no
what's
milk
in
in
Oreo. No, it's vegan. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
so
vegan.
what the fuck is the cream in an Oreo?
Again, I don't ask questions. Like I always told my mom when I was younger, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Exactly. That's why I don't eat Oreos anymore.
I'm going to Hydroxyos. That's it.
I think they're vegan too.
Damn.
What's up, bitch?
Anyway, so this is Dessert City Pastry Stout. It's a German chocolate cake stout. I hate pastry stouts, but I absolutely love German chocolate cakes, so I'm very conflicted and excited. Huge, my favorite part of the can, huge stout taste. Oh, I heard him. I'm just ignoring
John took 2 minutes to catch that. I was like,
He did. He said that shit. That's funny.
oh, I heard him. Just chose to ignore him. Brewed with oats, toasted coconut, and cocoa nibs, then blended with rum barrel aged coconut porter. So it's not true coconut. I mean, it is. Oh, there's toasted coconut.
No, they toasted coconut.
I read that.
There are 2 places.
Oh, I like this. 100% vegan, Devil's Canyon, 10% ABV. Devil's Canyon is out of San Carlos, California.
Okay. I'm excited. Let's go.
While we're pouring as well, a clarification from Philip Hottenstein. He says bombastic brewing here. So I don't know if he is from bombastic or enjoying bombastic.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tagged them in our post earlier.
Oh.
Bombastic is our next one up.
We are all 3 very looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that is one of them.
Philip. That sounds delicious.
Let us know because it's awesome if you're with them.
Yeah, if
because
you have any input to give us on that, hopefully we don't slam it. I'm sure we'll love it because it's caramel, it's brownie, and it's stout. I don't see how you guys can go wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's not very often we slam something like that.
It is right up all of our alleys, so.
I am very excited to try it, and it is up next. So
he says owner and the brewer is watching, so no pressure on the review.
Wow! Holy shit!
I did not think we had that kind of clout.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
if you've never seen us, we are not PG-13.
Yeah, that's true.
So
or professional.
If there are small children in the room, you should probably tell them to leave. But
it's bedtime, kids.
For those of you that haven't ever watched this before, we will give a quick synopsis. John and I both used to work in the industry.
I'm just a fucking alcoholic.
We actually, all three of us work in the industry because we're doing this show.
Well, yeah. But before the show, we used to work in the industry at different breweries doing
everything.
A very
we've been in
wide
operations. We've been in kitchens. We've been behind the bar. I've been in the brew house.
Yeah.
Cellarman work. Gone on deliveries.
Between the two of us, we've done almost every job in the brewery.
Yeah.
And then Matt's a huge beer guy. He's been a good friend of ours for a long time. So we decided we wanted to get together and to drink, talk beer, and have fun. And normally we have a guest on the show as well. Unfortunately, this episode they were sick and couldn't make it. But yeah, so we drink beer, rate beer, and just random shenanigans.
You know, it's like when you hang out with your buddies and you're drinking, you guys think you're hilarious.
Can.
Like, that's what we thought. We thought, oh, we're so funny when we drink and get together. And then we started to share it online with people, and, like, people joined and started watching. So,
I don't think they agree, but they keep watching.
They keep watching. So, thank you.
Look at this train wreck. We can't look away.
Thank you for joining.
Aw.
Is it not coconutty? Woo!
No, there's just not a lot there in general.
Oh. On the bright side, it's not very coconutty for me.
Like for having coconut in it 2 different ways.
That's true. I mean, I'm pleasantly impressed.
I'm disappointed with that. German chocolate is a very rich cake.
I'm gonna say personally though, like as a strong German heritage and a purveyor of cake, German chocolate cake, even the icing aside, I never thought like that cake was all that great. I thought
German chocolate cake is.
I was kind of more like a regular chocolate cake. Almost tasted chocolatey-er to me than German.
I love German chocolate cake, but it's a rich.
I also felt like a lot of times the icing, even though the coconut was there and I knew it, like I didn't really taste it. Just a weird texture.
Oh, if it's done right, you should taste the coconut. But
okay, so maybe I've just never had good German chocolate cake.
Cocoa nibs in there. I get that roasted coconut nib.
Sorry, I guess I need to actually think about this beer. I was just disappointed on initial sip. Let me get back into.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say professional form, but that wouldn't make sense for the show.
It's not very viscous. It's a very light body for what
for being a pastry stout.
Well, you said it's like 10, 11%?
10%.
Usually, just off of that type of percentage, you start getting a little thicker body.
But it's not very boozy.
Right. My mind's still over here.
I know nervous. You are. Yeah, no, you're good. I have faith.
I think it's gonna. I mean, it sounds delicious. I got no worries.
There's just not the coconut's not in there.
No, and we've always talked about if you put it on a can,
put it in the can.
Put it in the can. And for those of you that haven't watched, what we mean is if you only give the name of the beer and just kind of leave it at that, or maybe have like a little quick synopsis, whatever. Great, that's great. We'll judge it based on because if I'm buying a can, I've never seen it before, and I'm buying a single can, I'm going by what's on the can. Yeah. And if I buy it because of what's on the can, it better be in there.
Yeah.
And this is one of those that if you buy it based on what's on the can, which when they mention coconut twice, and it's not in the can, that's one of those where you're like, sometimes less is more, guys, on cans. Some of the best beers we've had have literally just been like, this is the name of the beer. Here is the ABV.
Yeah.
Now, the same point, though, if it's a German chocolate, you're going to presume, even just regardless,
there's
going to be some coconut there. The fact that I listed it twice just kind of doubles down.
Doubled down and didn't come through. It's not a bad beer, don't get me wrong.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Like another beer that we've had this past weekend, it's not that it's a bad beer. It's just simply the fact that it's not quite what it says it is.
It's my turn to go first. I will go ahead and rate it real quick. We do the untapped scale, 0 to 5, 0.5 increments. 3 is our perfectly average.
0.25.
0.25, sorry, yes. I was trying to do it quickly.
Yeah.
0.25, 3 is our perfect average. I'm going to give it a 3. I think it's a solid beer.
Yeah.
I just don't think it lived up to its potential.
Yeah.
So I can't go above average, but it's a solid stout. The ABV, obviously, for those of you that ABV chase, 10% is going to make you happy, especially in a 16-ounce can. Yep. It doesn't drink like it's 10%.
I was just going to say that exactly.
No,
I would not have guessed it's 10%.
No.
So my personal score is going to be a 3. We do take the average of all 3 people scoring today, and unfortunately, off-screen, Matt does count today. So, Matt, go ahead and give us your score.
I agree with you. I'm kind of teetering on a score here, but I think I'm gonna go with you on a 3 because part of me feels like I should dock since I don't get the coconut, but the other part of me that's me is like, I don't get the coconut, so that's great. And that aside, you nailed it. It's 11%, but it does not drink like it. You wouldn't know it's 11 in there. It's got a decent flavor. It could be a bit more. Overall average, it's an average.
Well, and it's funny because we've kind of scarily been in sync tonight, all of us, because I'm also going to go 3. Now, Matt said he wasn't going to necessarily dock it. I am docking it down to a 3 because
I did too.
It's a good beer. But it just doesn't have what it says it is. And it's perfectly drinkable. Really enjoyed it. But at the same time, I can't help but feel let down. It had the picture of the German chocolate cake.
Oh, I know. So it is a perfect 3 average, which again is not a bad beer.
That's a perfectly acceptable, great, delicious. I mean, yeah.
Did you say great on average?
I know. I'm not
so our next beer is actually by Bombastic Brewing, which are the owner and head brewer both watching right now. Anyway, Matt did just give us a nice glass rinse or fresh glassware to give us the ability to make sure we taste it. We do try to do that very often in this show. If we have 2 that are almost identical styles and tastes, we'll let it go. Or if we go from like a blonde or a lager to a blonde, we don't rinse.
My title got upgraded from Dish Bitch, but my duties did not.
Yeah, this is the Murder on Drury Lane Caramel Brownie Edition.
Yes.
It is an 11% stout, imperial stout with vanilla, lactose, chocolate fudge extract, and caramel flavoring. I do like the can a lot. It does have a QR code, which I'm gonna absolutely have. Ooh, you get a free gift. You're gonna have to do that.
Okay.
It's a rich pastry stout serving layers of vanilla, fudge flavoring, and caramel flavoring. A perfect beer to enjoy for dessert. Contains caramel color. I do like their logo, dude.
I do, yeah.
Top hat and a tie. I'll make sure to do on the can, we'll do the forward and backward because you're going to need to see the back of it. They do say that they know beer.
Good, okay.
So we'll see since they're watching.
And where are they out of?
I just looked at it, and then that completely went out of my mind. Brewery in Haley, Idaho.
Okay.
Hold on. Brewed and canned by Sawtooth Brewery in Haley, Idaho for Bombastic Brewing.
Okay. Like a lot of our beers, we got this one off of Tabor.
We did.
Philip, if you're still on and want to clarify your location, we'll definitely take any input you got there.
Yeah, since it does have on the can that it's contract brewed at Sawtooth, we would love for your exact location, which I would assume is in Idaho.
We love to shout out places where they're at, and
absolutely.
He's confirming the contract, so.
Huh?
He confirmed the contract.
So. I figured, which a lot of smaller breweries do. Canning facilities are expensive. Even mobile canning's expensive.
Yeah.
Contracts sometimes, especially if you're going big batch. If you're a small brewery going to big batch, that makes sense.
I gotta say, I caught a glimpse of the logo too, and that's like a nice, like, old school dapper, like, clubman.
I can't wait to show it.
Yeah. And he says their pilot facility is in, Hayden, Idaho.
Okay.
So, any Idahoans out there?
We will let you know whether to look for this beer or not.
No, not
and
smart.
Since they're on, like,
Ooh, look at the color.
How distribution wise can our viewers and people find it?
Strictly standardly.
Because, like I said, we got it on Tabor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know how wide you distribute. We'll make sure that anyone watching will also know that info. So if you're just in Idaho, that's great. We were lucky to get it on Tabor. So here is the front of the can, which is awesome. I'll leave it there for just a second.
I dig the art.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the can
It's nice. It's kind of simple. It's clean. It's got a cool look.
And if you want to get John, can art's the way to go.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Yeah, we had a meme that we might have posted on the page about that.
Just for me.
I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this. The logo that we're talking about is the top hat gentleman at the top
with a gigantic pipe.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with their overall presentation.
The general aesthetic. And he says they are all over Washington State and Idaho, so we might need to.
Okay, so we're gonna let Russell know.
Yeah.
So on the nose, lots of roasty aromas.
It's rich on the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, ironic. All right, this is hilarious.
Oh, this would be good.
Tattoo artist out of Hawaii does all of their art. which we also know a tattoo artist who has done our logo as well as a lot of
our friend Grace did our logo.
Yeah.
So the Two Beerded Guys logo, and then also did. She's been doing a lot of can art for Books and Brews out of Indiana lately. So that's kind of cool that you have a tattoo artist,
right?
Yeah, that is. That's awesome.
Tattoo artists are
talented people.
Amazing. So, give you all a taste.
Okay. I love the mouthfeel. Soft, thick.
That was the first thing I was going to mention.
It's got a good texture.
That, to me, before I even noticed the taste, was the first thing I noticed. If I'm drinking a pastry stout or even just a heavy stout, I want that thick but creamy, soft body. Yeah. And that is... Yeah, I did.
In his mouth.
But here's the thing. Like, maybe because it's what I would describe as pillowy soft, I don't feel like it's a big, thick body.
It's
not that big thick. It's a thin thick. Is that what it is?
It is a thicker body, but not. It's not that you don't get turned off.
Right.
Yeah. It's
I'm not chewing it.
Yeah. You gotta chew before you drink it. It's borderline kind of that smoothie kind of texture, where it's got a thickness to it, but it's not.
The thing is boozy.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel it more than you taste it, I think.
I'm not noticing it on the tongue, but I
know you feel it on the way down.
Yeah, you get it coming down a little bit.
I think the caramel with the 11% is what's creating that booziness to it.
Makes it feel like a barrel.
It's got a nice roasty up front.
Definitely roasty.
It's interesting because it's not quite what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting a little more chocolate up front from the brownie, but
the finish is very brownie.
The finish, it's fudgy. It's roasty. It's not that it's missing anything it said. It's just not in the order I think I thought it in my head.
Gotcha.
I think that's with pastry stouts.
I think that's well said, though.
With pastry stouts, you normally get a lot of that flavor up front.
A little more of the sweetness, especially.
Yeah.
I would say.
And this one, it's more the other way around. You're getting the roast up front and the sweet at the back end. So it leaves you wanting more, especially because it's that end flavor is what you thought you were getting forward.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting turn of events, and I'm not upset with it.
Now, as the resident pastry stout normal not fan,
yeah, I don't like pastry.
What are your thoughts on that juxtaposition of the normal?
I think I like this better.
Flavor.
I honestly think I like the way it's coming off better.
Yeah.
Pastry stouts for me, and I've told John, even the ones I like,
you don't really like
using I can drink 4 ounces of maybe because it's just diabetes in a can. I'm not getting that off of this.
No, you're
the
not.
Roasty up front I think helps hide that.
Yep.
I'm not upset with this.
After you get done taking a drink, you definitely get a brownie. I just ate it a square brownie. I got the brownie after.
Especially as it finishes.
Yeah, you just give it a break. Don't take an immediate drink. I could have had a brownie.
Yep.
I'm not upset with it.
And Philip says we didn't want it to be diabetes.
Well, you
I
achieved
will remember that,
because
but he said diabetes,
yeah.
I'm sure. But
Phil, thank you, by the way, for making a good beer.
Thanks for joining.
It would have been really awkward if you were watching
and we just
slammed
it.
We would have been oh no.
Because we wouldn't have held back, that's the thing. That's not who we are.
We're normally pretty nice, but at the same point, if something isn't good, we're going to point it out. And this is not...
Best IPA in Alabama?
Yeah, this is
oh my God.
This is definitely the good category. You guys did well.
I'm not upset with this. Damn, I'm kind of jealous that your turn to go first. You got anything else to say, by the way, Matt, before we score?
It's just you get a little bit of all these different flavors. You get that fudgy. I'd say the caramel isn't quite as up front as I was kind of maybe hoping, but it's there kind of hidden more in the back.
I love the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a nice consistency. It's got a good mouthfeel. It's got a good
viscous
flavor. This was the 11%, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is 11.
It's boozy. I enjoy it.
I'm not upset.
Okay, I think I know I'm going to be out on this.
That's good because you're first this time.
I was going between 3.75 and 4, with 4 being, hey, I'm going to try to seek this out, right? And I think I'm going to lean towards the 4 because it makes me want to try more of their beer.
I'm real curious to try more of their beer.
Yeah.
We might have to have Russell not send us some from the state of Washington.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. I would definitely try this one again, and I want to try more from them. So
if more of their beer pops up on Tabor, I'll absolutely buy it.
Yeah.
And Philip says, the flavors pop up more in the finish, especially as it warms. I will say this is more of a flavor front, or more of a finish front flavor.
Did he say as it warms up?
Yeah.
So we are drinking it, Phil, at room temperature.
Yeah, it's probably sat for at least. No,
Yeah,
actually,
It was never in the fridge.
Yeah, we've had it in the basement, so we're trying to do right.
Most of our stouts we kind of keep at low 60s, high 50s, which is typically where this basement sits. If nobody's in it, it warms up quick when people are down here.
Wait, this is a basement? That was a dungeon. I don't get it. I'm putting a cage after this. We can go upstairs?
Well, we can. But, so for this, it does allow, we do try to give stouts every chance they can possibly get.
Yeah, because we know, like, room temp, the flavors coming out there, it's a little bit more robust.
Man.
So
Matt, go ahead.
I think the more that I drink it, the more that I appreciate more.
I'm a little disappointed I'm out.
I liked it to start with, but the more that I have of it, I kind of get a little bit more the more that I'm drinking it. I think it's really good. I'm glad that I got it. I'm glad I have a second can waiting at home. I'm going to be happy to share this with some other people that have no idea who you guys are, Philip. And this is very, very good. I would definitely get this again. I would recommend it if you can find it. I am very curious and excited to see other things you guys have to offer. So all that said, I'm going to match John. We'll go 4 on this. Like it's very delicious, and I would like to see more of your stuff. If you guys would like to contact us about anything, where you can hit them DMs up.
But yeah, so
this works.
we're definitely going to reach out to our buddy in Washington to see if we can get some more. Not necessarily of this, not because we don't like this, more because we just want to try more variety.
More, yeah.
I mean, we have stickers. You said the barter system, Tyler. We got stickers. You guys have beer. I'm trying to work something out.
I'm really curious to try more beer right now.
Yeah.
I definitely keep an eye on it. We don't know about Drecker. Drecker, I see stuff. I like to buy them.
Oh yeah, Drecker.
You guys are on my list now.
Anything on Tabor pops up from Drecker, we buy. Yeah. Anything on Tabor pops up from 903, we don't. Well, unless you're mad.
I keep trying to get them. I'm trying to find where they're good.
They're on like attempt number 10 or something like that. But you guys have definitely hopped on to the if we see you, we're going to give you a shot.
Try again, yeah.
I'm going to give it a 4 as well, so that means you're definitely above average seeking out.
This is too scary.
And this says that thanks for the detailed review. Cheers, guys. Look for aggravated murder. Also a great title.
Write this down, yeah.
He says you guys will dig that one. So I'm guessing that's going to be another stout right now our alley.
Yeah, do you have any big old, like, barrel-aged Russian Imperials? Let us know, because
stouts are our
alley.
Yes. We drink other things, but stouts are our bread and butter. Also, because I kind of ignored for a minute, Stephen Blisters joined on and said, "Holla, gents," and I think we got a Pikachu beside him.
Woo-woo!
But thank you real quick. We're going to move on, but thank you for tuning in, guys. It's really cool to have you here. You were able to answer some cool questions.
Yes.
Plus, we were honest with you, so that's our feedback.
And that was an honest review.
Yeah.
100%.
If you ever watch our show, trust me, you'll know we're pretty much always brutally honest.
He says stuffing barrels right now. Look for those next year. We'll call that
the aggravated.
The
tease.
The
okay.
tease.
That's a straight up tease.
Perfect.
I don't know if I'm okay with that. I don't like Phil anymore.
Right?
I liked Phil. Then he went and teased us with that bullshit.
Damn it. I'll take it, though.
Yeah, no, that was good. That definitely picked up the pace from the rest of the beers we've had today.
Thank God. It's been an off night.
Well, in all fairness, we couldn't match like last time when we had 3 beers over 4.
God, damn. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I love my notebook.
Are we
talking about
we've been
spoiled lately.
Is that what we just said?
What'd you say?
Are we talking about how we're going to get 8 beers tonight? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, we're definitely stepping
We
up.
are going to do that, yes.
I'm definitely on board for record.
Dude, it's only 8:25.
Oh, and he's saying 16% plus. He is a man of our people.
Phil, if you ever find yourself in
knows
Indiana
us so well.
and want to be on the show, we would be happy to put you on the show.
Or if you just want to hang out and shake your hand, like you seem like a neat guy.
Yeah,
You definitely like our tongues.
or if you're
That came out weird.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Or if you're in Indiana and want to check out the Indiana beer scene, we'll take you around there.
You know our palates, our flavor profile preferences. There we go.
And we promise we won't let Matt come. He is not allowed to come on with us for that because, oh my God. He's like our tongues. Jesus. Anyway, so our next beer.
Our tongues like him? He says he visits Illinois often because he's from there, so that's not that far.
It's not far.
It's not that far. Anyway, our next beer
Moving on, yes.
is Copper Pot Rocky Road Milk Stout.
Also looking forward to this one.
By White Elm Brewing Company. This is our second beer by White Elm. This
it is?
allergy warning.
Because we had the double
stuffed.
Oh, that was them?
Yeah. Allergy warning. Contains nuts. It's on the front. They ain't fucking around.
Nope. I'll let you know.
They are not vegan friendly, huh?
Rocky Road.
This is the 8% ABV. They're the ones that always even put like cone or dish. Get it?
Oh,
Get it?
yeah.
Because it's Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Ice cream, cone or dish. That's what they say the serving should be in.
Got it.
Clever bastards.
Doesn't take much.
Allergy warning. Contains nuts. Hey, you guys! That's literally what it... Yeah.
Is that your best sloth?
Hey, you guys! We brewed this decadent confection with one of our favorite duos in mind, and their shared love of Rocky Road ice cream. Made with real ice cream, cocoa nibs, vanilla, marshmallow, toasted almonds, and lactose. Dude, they doubled down on fuck you over with all that shit. And lactose, this beer might just make you want to do the truffle shuffle.
They did it. They didn't get it.
When I was a kid, people used to try to get my fat ass to do it. Ain't happening. Brewed and packaged by White Elm Brewing Company out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
But now that you're a co-owner of your own TV show,
I'm not.
We can get you to do it.
What the fuck? What if beer just exploded? Not 450
Not
exploded,
450
but
exploded,
it like launched just a little bit.
Was it an overpour?
Yeah, a little bit actually.
Oh, who was it? I don't even know. I'm not going to get into it. They were just like, be aware, we overfill, so there could be...
I remember reading that on one of the cans not too long ago.
Why would you do that?
So you get the most bang for your buck, bro.
No.
It does cause issues, but
it causes too many issues for that bullshit. Oh, I'm excited. The smell alone. Oh.
Do you want to go grab an ice cream cone out of John's pantry now?
A little bit.
I don't know if there's ice cream cones on there.
Oh, hold on.
It's waffle or bust, John.
You're not wrong.
I love waffle cones.
Waffle cones is where it's at. We can do an unsighted at an ice cream parlor.
I'd be okay with that.
Have you guys seen some of the ice cream places like infuse alcohol in them when they're doing it? That's a new thing I learned about in Vegas.
Ooh.
I haven't tasted it yet.
Ooh.
I smell it.
It smells really, really good.
I'm okay with this.
I'm kind of getting hung up on
Once
the
again,
nose right
getting some roastiness in the nose.
Not so much on the tongue. Although I will say, I don't know if I could do much more than what I have.
Okay. So this is more your diabetes.
Oh.
This is definitely flipped the script on the last one.
Yeah, this is the sweet up front. This is the marshmallow. This played Chubby Bunnies.
It is very tasty.
Marshmallows are there.
Very tasty. I don't know if I could drink more than I have in this.
I think I could do maybe that can, and I'd have to tap out because
you're in a diabetic coma?
Because I have to talk to local Brimley.
I hit my what? I don't even have one.
What?
Have you not seen that YouTube video?
Just go into a diabetic coma right there? I think Tyler's going through a seizure. John, give him
stroke.
So we need to go back to the flavors because marshmallow's there.
Marshmallow is there.
All right, so flavors again.
I think
it's made with real ice cream, cocoa nibs,
there's chocolatey,
vanilla, marshmallow, toasted almonds, and lactose.
I think the marshmallow and the vanilla kind of are tough to differentiate.
They're amplifying.
Yeah, they're kind of. It's almost a double down on it.
I'm not
just the marshmallow.
I'm not picking up almond, but it's because my tongue keeps getting the goddamn sugar.
I just got fucking burnt marshmallow.
No, I've gotten some burnt marshmallow in a couple swigs.
Oh yeah,
the marshmallow is definitely the dominant flavor here.
I'm so my tongue's just sitting there going sugar. Everything else, I don't think it's gonna notice. Right?
I got a little bit of toasted almond in there.
I believe
There's
you.
a little bit of cocoa nib.
It was a little nutty at the finish, but the marshmallow just overpowered it. Whereas like either it's a burnt marshmallow or there's some almond there.
Yeah.
It's hard to differentiate.
Almond?
Almond?
What?
Almond milk?
Oh, God.
Almond?
Lord.
Tomato.
Jesus.
But it's
Jesus.
Well played, John. That's 1 point. That's not 2, but it's 1.
I hate you all.
I think. What? I really appreciate the marshmallow in this, but it's so much marshmallow that it kind of takes away from the flavors. I feel it's marshmallow dominant.
It is, and if you sit and call it, hey, this is a toasted marshmallow stout, like it
Nailed it.
freaking nails it.
Yeah. Which it's good. It's not bad. It's
Because there is chocolate there.
There is. The other flavors are there.
So they would have to say that.
just the marshmallow gobbles everything else.
If you called it if you called it, if you called it the s'mores,
I was like, you say s'mores, I'm gonna kick you right in the nuts. There's no graham cracker. No.
That would be the only thing that would be missing. But I think it's close to a s'more stout. It's closer than most of the s'more stouts we've had.
It's probably I'll
give you that. But
they nailed the
toasted marshmallow and the chocolate.
It's a marshmallow chocolate stout. Bam. Perfect.
I'm struggling right now. This is very sweet. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it's good. It's actually really good.
It's the inverse of what we just had on Murder on Drury Lane.
Yeah,
this is the sugar up front.
Yeah, which is why I'm struggling.
Finish. Still very pillowy.
Yep.
It's pillowy. Yes.
Great mouthfeel. It's not. It's once again.
It's a little more bubbly than the last one.
Okay.
It's a little more carbonated.
A little carved up.
Which is odd, but not bad. Just odd.
No, yeah.
Not overly carb.
No, it's not over carb. It's just more carb.
Yeah.
So it takes away a little bit of the smoothness.
It's not super viscous though.
No, it's not. It's less viscous than the last one.
Yes.
And I said it for you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Wearing them down, John.
Well, you heard me say viscous earlier, so
I didn't. I said viscous.
No,
twice.
I did viscous for the last one. Every once in a while, I throw him a bone,
so to speak.
Well, I mean, duh.
Is it Matt's turn to go first?
Sure.
I don't know. No.
Yeah, sounds
Pass.
good.
Pass.
No, it's your turn. That's the
If
way
you ever want to
that's
count
the way
again.
Yeah.
I don't count as unless I'm the only third person. I don't count.
Not true.
Oh, but when there's a swing vote? Oh.
When there's
when certain guests vote something a 5 and they're completely wrong.
when they're giving a 5 to a core beer.
Yeah. The one time that one guest votes one beer off, then my vote counts to lower the bell curve. Yeah. Oh, so I'm getting back on that train.
Yep.
Yeah. Abstain. No.
I
want my vote to count. I don't know.
Enough waffling.
There's a lot that I want to like about it, but I feel that the execution there was if I had a waffle cone, I might change my score. But
dude, this would be great in a beer shake.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, the ice I think would throw it off.
You beer float this one.
No.
Oh,
Beer shake.
Oh.
So ice cream, beer.
Oh, yeah, that would.
No ice, not beer float, not anything. Beer shake, straight up. Ice cream, beer, mixed.
So that would bring out more of the vanilla, tame some of the marshmallow. I think that would probably be perhaps the best way to have it.
What's funny is I think adding a sugary thing like ice cream would actually lower the sugar hit.
I don't think you're wrong either.
Let's be honest.
Can we do mix with some butter pecan?
No, see,
let's
now
not,
we're
let's not
upping
get
the
more
sugar.
in here. Yeah.
We're upping the sugar there.
French vanilla bean, though. All right.
Get classy as shit on this show.
Pinkies up, boys.
Hold on.
He said, Seven Blisters says would go well with Grand Central Station from Handel's. Handel's ice cream and Fisher's.
Handles.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you're not wrong.
Yeah, that would probably. I don't know that specific ice cream, but Handel's
I don't know that
is
specific.
good.
Handles is stupid good.
Yeah. All right. My score. Sorry, I
you're
too many
good.
times. I waffled.
It was fun.
I waffle cut again. No, there's a lot that I like. There's a lot it's just so much marshmallow that I don't get some of the other things, and it's very, very sweet up front. Which it's a pastry stout, so take it with a grain of sugar, I guess. I don't know. Yes. Thank you.
I don't have that sound. I have horns.
You don't have a rim shot? I don't know. I kind of want to. I'm moving 3.5. This was kind of torn. I like it. I think there's a lot of potential. I think it could be a little more. I think it could maybe score a little lower, but I think that's a reasonable
Higher or lower?
Both.
Because you said both in one sentence.
Exactly. I could see it going either way. if they tweak this a little bit, it could be a lot better. If they tweak this the wrong way, it could be a little worse. There's potential.
If they just take away a little marshmallow.
Yeah, just dial back the marshmallow a smidge so it's not so overpowering. This thing's going to be a lot more, I think, wide appeal. And you're going to get a lot more
I've
flavor
ever said
out of
this
it.
on the show, but I need water.
Yeah.
Quitter.
No, not because of the alcohol.
Just, yeah.
My tongue's coated.
You want me to go next or you?
Nah, I got it.
Okay.
So, straight up diabetes in a can. Very sugar forward. Oh my god. If they cut back the marshmallow, I do think this beer has a chance of just being stupid good.
Oh, yeah.
Because they did very well with the other flavors. And the more I drank, I did finally start getting the almond. Once my tongue got over the, sugar shock.
I'm still on that. My tongue needs CPR.
But I think, like I said, I think it has a shot at being really good. Just didn't quite get there. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think it's good. I think it's not my style at all.
Did you just directly get the same score after I did?
Yeah.
Holy
We've been
shit.
that way all night.
No, but normally I don't lead and he follows immediately with the same score.
I think it's not my style, and therefore I never bash it based on not my style.
Right.
It's very good. I love the initial taste. Anybody who watched saw my face on the initial taste. Problem is, as soon as I had that initial taste, every taste after that was like coma. So I'm gonna go with 3.5.
I mean that's a pretty solid score. I could see where someone would give this a much higher score because it's going to match what their favorite flavor profiles are.
Oh, absolutely.
They do a lot very well in this beer. That pillowy mouthfeel. They nailed that toasted marshmallow flavor.
They nailed the choice. There's a lot to like.
I will continue to buy White Elm beer.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The second one from them, and both have been really, really pretty solid. I am going to go 3.75. So slightly higher than you guys.
So 3.5 average.
We're in the same realm.
3.5 average, yeah. It's a great, delicious beer. I agree with you. If they could tweak it a little bit, I mean, it could be a 4.25, 4.5 easily. It's really great potential on it. So it's really good the way it is right now.
So we are going to add another beer.
Yeah, we still got 20 minutes, boys.
John, why don't you look over there and figure out what stout or whatever you want? There are some beers in the fridge too, but I assume you want a stout.
Oh man, like the front three
now,
cans, all three of
hold
those.
on, sweetheart. Now, while John's choosing another beer, I'm going to give a shout out to some friends of mine who I've worn their shirt on this show a few times now. The Michiana Beer Reviewers. They're based up out of South Bend, Indiana area. So that's why it's the Michiana. They are great dudes. They also have some of the guys that contribute are all around the country, so they're really fun to watch, listen to, give a look. They also have the most comfortable shirt ever. I wear this shirt as much as humanly possible. But they're great guys. Take a look at them. Watch their reviews. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram that I know of. Take a look. Also, some of our other friends in the industry when it comes to podcast, stuff like that. Take a look at our guest from last time, Jared Shaw's Limelighting. If you're into board games at all, he is the guy to go to. He doesn't review games. He plays them and meets people in the industry.
Yeah.
He's more your middleman.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You get to basically watch an interview with other people in the industry, and they just play a game while they're doing it. You can also listen to Time Speaks podcast, which you can find on Apple, basically anywhere podcasts are. They do movie reviews and all sorts of cool stuff. Make sure you listen to them. Trying to think, is there anyone we're missing?
I'm going to throw one out there.
Ooh, I have another one. Go ahead.
On Twitch, Aubrey's Games. She is a new coworker of mine who streams on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursday evenings. So she's been really helpful. She's got a few more followers on Twitch. She's monetizing and she's got some subscribers. And so she's been supportive, throwing some followers our way. So I very much appreciate that. Tuesday nights for her Twitch stream is dedicated to the game Animal Crossing. And then on Thursday nights, she'll do Animal Crossing or other games as well. So she kind of leaves that up as a kind of a wild card night. So Definitely a great follow. Go watch.
Last but not least, Two Bottles Down.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights on Twitch. You can follow them on Instagram as well.
And they can smash that like button.
But Two Bottles Down is another great one. They do some random ass shit.
Yeah.
But they are fun. They're great guys. They'll interact with you more than most.
Sugar was on a very early episode.
He was on one of our very first.
And he's going to be the basically provider of our Bourbon County.
Him and
so
the
he's
other
my
two.
new favorite person.
So Shuggy and the other two indie boys. So there's 5 people in Two Bottles Down. And it's 3 guys from the indie area, 1 from Minnesota, 1 in Florida.
Okay.
The 3 indie boys will all be on the show roughly November. And we're going to do a 7-year Bourbon County vertical.
It's going to be a great day.
That's going to be a show.
It's going to be a hangover. It's going to be a hate my life the next
I am
day.
absolutely taking the next day off because 3 of those bottles will be the big bottles before they went to the 12 ounces.
Girl, squeal.
So it should be a hell of an episode. But those are, when it comes to streaming, those are kind of the ones that right now we're friends with. They're good people.
They're a jam.
We have a lot more friends in the industry in general, and we're trying to shout them out episodes here and there. Whether you're Turfs Up Radio and Nightcap with Hackiness, whether you're Beer Life Helen and Beer Life Official, whether you're you name it. We have
all those other ones.
Beers, and Barbecue. We have friends all over the industry
Backyard
now.
Beer Chick.
Backyard Beer Chick. Don't Worry, Be Happy. You name it, we have friends all over the place. So,
jeez, yeah, I feel
a craft girl down in Arizona.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that a little bit later.
So we're
Beer
going to continue to try Good Beer Fella here in Indiana.
Yes,
we're going to continue to try to shout out people that do either beer things or other, whether it's podcasts, videocasts, live shows, just our Instagram influencers, or just people who love talking about beer or other things we like.
Random shit, yeah.
We started off when we did this show talking about
highlighting people who do cool shit.
And we kind of got away from the other people in the industry because we focused more on a guest, which we will continue to focus on our guests. But we want to at least shout out people. So.
And speaking of guests, I'll just highlight the next 2 weeks because I'm really excited for both.
Did you just look?
Yep. Number 1 next week is Mr. Shea Daly.
Oh, he's going to make it?
Yeah. He actually has been the reason I've been on my phone the last 15 minutes.
He is my... I work with this guy.
Animal?
He's my butterfly.
Awesome.
He's my butterfly. like we have this pact. We're gonna get a butterfly tattoo on on our bodies, but with each other's face. So a tattoo of a butterfly with Shay's face on me, and a tattoo of a butterfly with my face on Shay.
That's gonna have to be a video for the show.
He's our butterfly. We're each other's butterfly. And actually, also a really important thing because Shay and his wife Amy had a really horrible incident on vacation, and so I think it's a chance that maybe we do some good and help them out. Basically, they lost a bunch in a vehicle fire. So
they had their camper with them. And they're big outdoors people, and they had basically everything they do outdoors in that camper and car. So yeah, we'll definitely highlight that next week.
Wonderful dude, great. He's funny. He's a rapper. He got a rap album. I don't know if he raps anymore. He teaches at
Butterfly.
A special needs school.
He was a runner-up teacher for the year in Indiana.
Yes, he was.
And then last year, all the teachers got teacher of the year. So basically, he was 2 years.
So the year he was runner-up, it was only 1 teacher. Last year, when it was all of them, Shay's like,
right?
No, I saw on Facebook. He was like, man, that's 2 years in a row.
And then in 2 weeks, for especially beer nerds, Kevin Smolar from Sun King Brewing is going to be on. He's the QA guy at Sun King. He's in charge of their whole yeast program. He's a scientist. He's a real big nerd. Love the dude. He's amazing. So
if you want to watch an episode where basically I don't talk,
if you want
2 weeks
to
from now,
learn things or ask questions, that's a good episode to be on.
Because I'm going to be very quiet.
He's one of the smartest guys I know.
Tyler's never quiet, so that says a lot.
But in general, I'm looking at our schedule. I'm really excited because we have Marissa, who's given us a bunch of beer recently.
Yeah,
from
great supporter of the
Florida
show.
and Ohio.
Yep.
We have PJ, who I'm extremely excited about. He is a musician, photographer, art guy. He works at Rad Brewing Company in the kitchen, but he helped set up their Rad Tag Days that they did.
Yep.
And he is awesome. Follow him on social media. We'll talk more about his handles and everything else because I don't have it pulled up right now, but we'll talk about his handles in the next couple weeks. Christian Mack, who is a huge friend of Books and Brews, Rad, ours. I've known Christian for a while now.
Brew, which is
That's
probably the best brewery in the Indianapolis area.
It's one of my top 5 in general.
Yeah.
DB8's fantastic, and she works behind the bar there often for them. And then Stephen Fox, the co-owner of Books and Brews Noblesville, which for those of you that have watched,
you've seen Jordan.
You've seen Jordan, which Jordan barely allowed us to have Steve, so I'm excited to have him.
Yeah, she knows you're kind of gay for him, so it's fine.
I will marry Steve in a heartbeat. It's fine. He's real pretty. And he plays music. I mean, come on. It's fine. But we have, just finishing up June and August, we have great shows lined up. So I'm in the middle of, I just started reaching out to people recently for the next round.
Yep.
So September through December.
Yep, we've got a magician on September for sure, with a few others we're talking about.
Shay would love to be here for the magician. I'm going to throw that out there right now. I've heard him say as much when there was a magician on open mic night at Books and Brews.
So
he was flipping his shit.
We'll make sure he knows because Josh is a real good magician too.
But we are excited. I have through August done, and I usually wait till almost the start of the last month to really dive into the next round because it usually doesn't take me that long.
So if you're looking to be on Two Beerded Guys, submit your applications now.
No, if you are a beer professional in the area and you are watching, or you're going to be passing through.
See, John? I didn't know what I was doing.
If you are going to be passing through between September and December, let us know.
Can I interject real quick, too? Because
lastly, because we're about to drink this beer.
He said he was... All right, so Philip, the guy that was helping us out with the beer that we had.
Philip, thanks for watching.
So far, I would say our beer of the night, based off the ratings. He said, had fun watching you guys. Thanks. Hit me up on Facebook if you want to review our 14.5 coffee and maple syrup stout. Have a great night. So I think we should hit Philip up to try that 14.5% coffee and maple syrup stout. Just throw that out there.
Anyway, it is time to drink our next beer.
So
we have you on.
Our extra beer for the night. Kind of disappointed in the ABV. But this is the Cinnamon Roast Crunch from Noble Ale Works.
Yeah, you had 3 choices. None of them were bad, John.
Out of Anaheim, California.
I don't know. Anaheim sucks.
So it is a golden milk stout with coffee and Saigon cinnamon.
Wait, it's a golden?
It's a golden.
Then we should probably rinse real quick.
Oh, I didn't realize it was golden. And Stephen Blisters, because it just popped up, says he has a 4-pack of PBR hard coffee.
Yes!
That shit is yoo-hoo and delicious.
Can you? Okay.
I drink that shit. I would shotgun that shit. I love it.
Oh, God, it's so good.
So he's not watching because he's on his nightcap show. But Russell and I were talking about, I was a bachelor a recent weekend, and so I went to the grocery store. Yeah, because the family was gone. I was by myself. And so, I went to the grocery store, and I bought, a ribeye steak and Cocoa Puffs and Guinness. Right? And Russell said, dude, you should try eating, a bowl of Cocoa Puffs with some Guinness in it.
So it was PBR hard coffee.
Not quite. It was all right.
It was probably gross as hell.
All right. It wasn't gross.
But it wasn't good, was it?
I don't know if it's because I bought the Nitro Guinness. I was like, oh, Nitro's
I
going to
thought you were talking about the Costco Cocoa Puffs. No, that probably didn't help, but it still wasn't the reason.
But so, bottom line is, we decided, I discussed with Russell, it was okay, and he said you should do the PBR hard coffee and the Cocoa Puffs, so that's the next thing I'm going to do.
So,
now that might be a little better.
That might be better.
Our beer that we're about
I might have a problem, but whatever.
Our beer that we're about to drink is Naughty Sauce. It is the Cinnamon Roast Crunch Golden Milk Stout with coffee and Saigon cinnamon. No, it's you.
Cinnamon.
Normally, I'm not a big cinnamon person.
But it's CT Crunch.
Cinnamon Roast Crunch is our classic Naughty Sauce, a traditional golden milk stout with coffee, which has been elevated with beautiful and bright Saigon cinnamon. It takes you back to being a kid, eating sugar cereal, but now you're a grown-up, so you can have it with coffee and alcohol at the same time. It's your wildest dream come to life and put conveniently into a can. And John, why the fuck did you choose this beer? It is 5.4%.
That's what I said. I'm so disappointed. It's 5.4.
I mean, you read all 3 cans. The Yeti's like 12.
I didn't look at the.
Is it too late to switch? We can switch.
Again, from Noble Ale.
I mean, if we need to have one after.
Yeah, we can have another one.
Oh.
Noble Ale Works.
No, we're saving those for an official show.
Nah, well, it'll be while we're recording.
Well, then, okay, I don't know. Are we going to smash all the stouts tonight? Is that right?
We said we were going kind of hard, so it's been a day.
I mean, my day was fine. I just
Fuck
didn't drink
all
over
of
the
you.
weekend.
You were dry all weekend. Yes.
Yeah, a dry weekend. I was in Ohio. Like, Ohio's not a dry state, but my mom's house sure as hell is.
So you're saying she doesn't watch the show?
No, she doesn't think the show
Not
exists.
like.
I literally like added or
She
sent
has to work
the.
till 10 tonight.
I sent the invite to literally everybody on my Facebook feed, and I unchecked my mom. The only person that didn't get the invite.
It is totally cleared.
Oh, it
golden.
smells so good.
All right, so we'll put
Oh,
naughty sauce on camera, and then I'll rotate.
Oh, I'm 2 nostrils deep in CT Crunch.
Oh,
Does the taste not match the smell? We're going to forget the Yeti.
We'll do the Yeti.
God damn it, John.
I'm not really.
You had the Yeti in your hand. It's like he had the conch. He had the conch in his
I didn't
hand.
want to do the s'mores after.
It's because it's too light a body. They couldn't carry the flavors.
Is it?
Got a lot of cinnamon.
It's weird on the nose.
Now the nose is pretty damn on point. I feel personally, it's. I mean, what do you want to smell out of a CT Crunch? And like, do you want to smell like cereal milk? No. The nose smells good. It's cinnamon heavy, but it smells good.
No.
You don't get as much cinnamon in the flavor, but you get some cinnamon.
But I don't notice much anything else.
Yeah, no, it pretty much sucks.
I was gonna say, but there's not a lot else there.
It's watery cinnamon.
Now, devil's advocate, so
4.
cinema's what?
That is not your rating.
No, it just messed him up. Did you
Well,
see him stop? Huh?
I was like, what? But all right, so cinnamon toast crunch. When you're eating it, all right, you get cinnamon, you get some sugar, and then you get like
the gram.
milk.
Get the gram.
And I don't really know if I get.
You get a little gram.
How long have you had it since then? Like I had some.
Dude, I just finished my box like yesterday.
Oh well, then you're more recent than I. Because I thought there's this flappy thing that gets soggy in the middle.
Cinnamon toast crunch,
Cinnamon
toast crunch, and French toast crunch are literally.
Cinnamon toast crunch is good.
You want to know what's funny? The other cereals I eat are literally grape nuts, and
that's a slow point. That's the appropriate look. The cereals I eat are grape nuts. John took his glasses off preemptively. What? Your eyes just little John the fuck out of Tyler.
Dude, I love grape nuts. Love it.
Did you keep you regular? What the hell, man?
I love grape nuts. They taste amazing.
It also sounds hilarious.
Well, yeah.
John can't look at you the same now. I can see it on
I'm
screen.
struggling with 2 different things. Like I'm struggling with grape nuts, and I'm struggling with this fucking
Tyler
beer
loves them
because
7 Bliss just says grape nuts are delicious too.
Attaboy, Jeremy!
Alright, maybe. 7 Blisters, he got on me for the teasing him with the cheeseburgers yesterday.
Jeremy did?
Ago, yeah.
Nice.
Well, why were you teasing with cheeseburgers, John?
Because they
Did
were
you not see
delicious
those
and it was a
cheeseburgers?
great picture.
They looked amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty good, I'm gonna lie.
Was that the double and a single?
Yeah.
I almost commented, well, where's the triple? But
Yep.
I just said I'd take 4 of them.
I know, I was like, yeah, that'd be the dick thing to do. John was like, well, don't serve triples here. And I'm like, well, is it off-menu item like
What's funny about that is someone was like, all of them, so I was like, so a triple?
Well, no, which one was it that said a quad?
Yeah, right?
Somebody wanted a quad.
A quad is too much.
That would be a
not
lot.
the way they looked.
That was a lot of food.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite tasty.
I'm going to gauge
Follow
the
them
size
at
of
Hug
beef.
B&Q. Shameless
Not
plug.
worth it. No.
Okay, yeah, I have nothing else to say about this. I'm grabbing the fucking Yeti. This beer, I go first, and it's like a 1-2-5.
It's not that bad.
I don't enjoy it at all.
Oh, see, that's not the one.
At all.
I'd have done the other one with the other Yeti on the can.
Oh, you mean the...
You want the Cocoa Puffs one?
I do.
But this is like
Fine, we'll do this.
Great Divide Yeti. Like Matt raved about this. this.
I didn't have that one, but I had the original Yeti back in college, and that was before the stout revolution that I became on.
Other beers Matt likes.
Yeah, but so once again, like there's nothing I really like about this.
Our beer of the night. Yeah.
It's
got one right.
It's watered down. I get cinnamon, and that's it. Like there's no coffee in it.
It's cinnamon.
It said it's got
water.
coffee, and I got nothing.
Oh wait, it said coffee. I'm like, oh, it was.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can we get a quick reread on the can?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
That might affect my scoring.
Cinnamon Roast Crunch is our classic naughty sauce. Traditional gold milk stout with coffee has been elevated with beautiful and bright Saigon cinnamon. So literally, their naughty sauce has coffee, and then they added cinnamon. And all I'm getting is cinnamon. And not even good cinnamon.
It's cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I'm eating basically Cinnamon Toast Crunch or drinking Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
I would say, like, I saw.
this would be the one that if you're going to give me diabetes,
Yeah.
give me diabetes!
Let's go.
I didn't see Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the can. I was like, bye. I didn't really read it, so.
It's not great.
I don't know if it's that bad, but
Well, it's not that
it's not my
bad. It's
favorite
not great.
thing.
It's
What's
low.
going?
The body just doesn't. You've not given it a score yet.
I did.
He did.
Did
I gave it 1 1/4.
He ripped up
Jesus.
goals. Yeah,
Ripped
it's not
I
that
don't
bad.
like it.
It's not that bad.
Thank you, Tyler.
I mean, I don't like it,
like
but
it.
it's not that bad. Jesus. I'm going to give it a 2.25.
Okay, good for you.
What about you, Matt? Nah, 2 flat. Change that. 2 flat.
All right.
2 flat.
I was waffling between a 2 and a 2 1/4 myself.
2 flat.
Wait,
I'll be the nice guy just because John hammered it.
I don't like it.
I'm gonna give the 2 1/4 kind of out of sympathy from John's score because I'm between the two and John giving it that
He give it the business.
he gave it the Monnier. He was like bam thunder, and I was like, all right, it's not that bad, but it's I don't know.
That is a 1.75 average.
There's enough there that it's okay. It's not great. It's just,
I think it's better than the other one that we gave a 1.5 earlier.
What was that
The
one?
lime kumquat.
Yep.
It's better than that.
So
Yeah,
but
so
what did I rate
on
it?
average, we kind of won.
you gave it a
Despite
1.25.
yourself, John.
I did. I matched the two. I matched the two. 1.25,
You're a
1.25.
terrible human.
I never claimed to be otherwise. People think I'm not nice, but whatever. They don't know me.
I know better.
Yeah, you do. Enough said.
All right, so the next beer is by Great Divide. It is the S'mores Yeti Imperial Stout. Stout brewed with chocolate, marshmallows, and spices. Ooh, they got a lot to live up to with marshmallows.
Well, I was hesitant to pull this one out because the
Told you which one.
White Elm one did the toasted marshmallow really well.
I told you which one.
But
I
it didn't do anything else really well.
So, reach for S'mores Yeti and find yourself transported to a cozy campfire setting without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Though enjoying this decadent treat, Fireside is definitely encouraged. Enjoy all the taste of the classic campsite dessert blended with the rich, roasty malt flavor of Yeti Imperial Stout.
Great
A beer?
Divide.
Motherfucker, I am not done.
I thought you were done. Like you
beer?
paused.
Calm yourself, John.
A beer for telling tales and creating new ones.
Great
Go
Divide
ahead.
out of Colorado.
Sure.
So the background I've got on this to give you the preface on the whole buying it and trying to hype it up thing.
It is 9.5% ABV.
Good. Better than 5.4 bullshit.
Yeah, you fucking motherfucker.
I don't know.
When
Hey,
I
it's done
was
that way.
back in my college days at the Ball State University and visiting
Ball State.
Test Tech, baby. When I was going to the Herat, one of
The best beer bars.
in the nation per beer advocate.
And per anyone who's ever gone
Yeah,
to beer
'cause
bars.
they have a ridiculous amount of selection of things. But they used to have the original Yeti there, and that was the only place I could find it.
1914 can.
And I had it there, and the original Yeti, it came out with the consistency of chocolate milk. So it was a thick, heavy, hearty stout. And I drank it, and I fell in love with it then.
Fuck you.
So
Did you see what I poured him in?
I did, yeah. That's the diggest of dick moves.
Oh, so mad right now.
But
Angry show.
then when I had it at that time, it was a great stout. I wasn't even into the big stout game at that point because I was still trying to figure out my beer preferences. But I knew that I liked that one. And then after the fact,
No, I overpoured mine. You deserved a little more.
I couldn't find Yeti anywhere once they lost whatever they had on hand at that time, and it just kind of was like a unicorn almost beer for me for like a long while. And then seeing this on Tabor and being a variant or a specialty or whatever, I was like, ooh, I got to get me some. So I hope it lives up to what my brain remembers it being back 10 some years ago now. God, I feel old.
You are old.
You're older than me, John.
Dude, I coach 15, 16-year-olds. I feel old every day.
And I'm older than you, Tyler.
Well, this tastes like horse pit. No, I'm just kidding. I barely even tasted anything on that.
It's definitely smooth up front. It's not got a lot on the nose, but on the back end, I'm getting a light marshmallow.
I was thinking the same thing.
I said a light marshmallow.
And by light, he means I'm not sure it's there and it's black water.
It's better than what we just had.
It's very thin.
It's not
both on taste and sight.
Which goes counterintuitive to my prior Yeti original.
I know, it was kind of funny while I was pouring it. You were saying that.
You described it up so well.
Yeah.
He was saying that while I was pouring it.
I remember it so vividly having it at the Hurrah, and it was almost colored and
I got
roasty.
I was just going to ask. It just hit me.
It sits for a minute, but there is a toasty. Yeah. So I'll give it that.
It is.
Again, it's not a bad beer. Like, guys, I know we sometimes bash people, but it's not a bad beer.
It's just not what I was hoping. As the Yeti guy that was the one excited to get it,
I
was hoping for more.
It's also getting a little screwed.
It is.
Because we had a toasted marshmallow beer earlier.
That one.
Waving that aside, there was the other one we had a couple weeks ago that had all the different marshmallows in different states of being.
Yeah.
That was on point. That nailed a s'more stout. It got chocolate. It had marshmallow. It had graham cracker. It had stout. It was like a perfect s'more stout. It really was.
I think I've gotten to the point where I need to beat tonight. This is good.
Ooh, our drunk review is gonna be great.
I gotta keep you guys on the rails. Shit.
20 minutes.
20
minutes. We can't do. We're 9:03 right now. Like the show is done.
We started 20 minutes late.
We did.
We can do one more beer. And it won't be a stout, because we don't want to burn through our stuff.
But it's not that I don't want a stout, just we need to save them, because for some reason...
I actually know what we should drink.
Okay, you go get it.
So, why don't you two start scoring?
Okay. I went first last time, so...
I kind of need some more time to, cogitate on this.
So, on that second sip, that's where I got a lot of the roasty chocolate in. But it's not very chocolatey, though. It's just roasty.
I'm finding the more...
I'm not getting not much shit.
John's where he needs to be! He can't dictate.
Nope, no dictation.
It's only a small one.
Okay.
We'll finish with a small one.
I'm not getting much toasted marshmallow. It's just not there.
I'm getting a roasty at the finish.
I'm getting roasty.
But not necessarily toasty. And I'm getting some marshmallow-esque. And I'm getting some chocolate. So I'm getting some of the things, but I'm not getting it as amplified as I was hoping.
None of it's super great.
And it's not as thick as I remember the original Yeti that I had before being, and maybe I over-romanticized it in my mind, but I remember that being a specific way, and this is not what it was that I remember then. It's been years, things change, I get it, but it literally was like, I would see it coming, it looked like it was chocolate milk pouring into my glass, and this was definitely thinner, as well as the flavor difference. It's not bad, but I had aspirations and hopes for so much more.
I did too.
And we've had other things that have done some of what it was wanting to do that I feel accomplished them a little bit more accurately.
Even by accident, the Rocky Road was nailed it.
It was closer.
No, it was only it was marshmallow. It was like the Stay Puft guy just terrorizing.
And there was a little chocolate at the end.
Is that what happened when they blew up Stay Puft?
So who's scoring first?
I will, screw it. Since you guys were supposed to do that while I was grabbing the beer.
I mean, it took y'all 2 seconds, so...
I will say... It's not a bad beer. Just not what I wanted. Or expected.
right?
So I'm going to give it a 2.25. I do like it better than the naughty sauce.
Okay.
But I do think it tells us one thing and definitely failed to deliver. So I'm going to give it a 2.25.
ABV check, where we're at.
I want to say 9? 9.5.
See, I don't think it drinks like that, though, either, so I'm willing to make some adjustments.
Well, go ahead and score.
Yeah, wait for it.
I don't know. John looked inquisitively into his glass like he was getting ready to...
That's just John in
He was
general.
going to pontificate to us all.
This time of night with John is kind of what you expected.
Yeah, John stamped his ticket. He's about done. All right, so...
Give it a score because you have to rinse for the last beer.
I don't know. I might be being a little generous. Might be some nostalgia. I think it's not bad. It's just not what I was wanting. There's some decent enough things here. The ABV bumping up a little. I'm gonna go like 3.25.
Oh, damn!
I mean, it's better. It's better than average. It's not what I wanted. It's not necessarily what it says, but the beer on its own tastes better than average. Like I gave it 3.25 to a blonde ale earlier, so I like this better than the blonde.
See, I
ale.
like the blonde better.
I don't. The blonde is better.
Yeah.
Which I know we're not comparing beers, is what we always said, but at the same point, like in the back of my head, I'm like, I would still drink this over.
Even if we're comparing beers, I'm gonna take the gluten-free blonde beer over a stout
because you're watching your figure.
No.
Get rounder and rounder.
Because it's better.
Round's a shape. I'm getting in shape.
Hey, I have the body of a god. The god just happens to be Buddha, but I have the body of a god.
I'm going to 2.5.
What?
2.5.
Oh, I said a 2.5. Like, jeez!
No, not a 0.25. It's much better than a 0.25.
Which gives our overall as a 2.75.
Yeah. It's.
That's fairly fair.
Yeah, it just doesn't succeed at anything.
9%.
I will.
But it's not infected.
We don't know that. Might not be. Just saying.
Yeah, so.
Forfeit North. So we have one more beer we're going to drink before we sign off here, and that's more because we started 20 minutes late.
Yep.
I feel like you deserve all 2 hours. And I wanted one more beer.
Because we didn't know how to push a button and the audio was fucked up for 20 minutes.
Not my job.
Happens.
I have a lot of jobs on this show. This is not one of them.
The only button I pushed was the one that John told me to.
It's
Okay?
not
I'm trying to pass blame.
Oh, I'm sure they probably worked.
I'm sure they
worked it this time. If he wouldn't have hit the wrong
Hit the
fucking
damn
button.
button.
He said, this button is the I click that. I click that.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming John. I'm not blaming me. I'm just saying, like, somewhere there's miscommunication.
Oh, I'm
we
blaming
something
both
that maybe we shouldn't have.
All right, so our last beer of the night is.
I gotta pee. Let's make. Come on.
It's out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, from Lakefront Brewing Company.
Okay.
It's called the River West Stein Amber Lager.
What on Lakefront? What?
Huh?
What have we done from Lakefront? Why don't I know that?
This is the first Lakefront that we've had on the show.
They've definitely been at Beer Fest or something because I know that name.
Well, it's out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I do not remember the ABV off the top of my head, and it is not listed. I will check after I pour, unless John wants to do it now.
What's the name of it again?
River West Stein by Lakefront.
Okay, I'll look it up.
But I picked this up while I was in Milwaukee. The liquor store I stopped at. I coached baseball. I was there for a baseball tournament.
5.6.
Perfect. Some of the parents were wanting to drink at the hotel. I didn't have any beer with me, so I stopped to get myself some beer.
Not the parents, though, right? You're like, this is my beer. Back off.
Oh, they had their own. They don't drink the stuff I drink most of the time. They already had their beer, but there was a massive billboard at the liquor store. Milwaukee's own Lakefront Brewing. And I'm like, fuck it.
Milwaukee's Beast Light.
I basically just said, fuck it. Sample pack.
It says it is their flagship beer.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Super clear, great color.
It's a beautiful amber color.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Right?
I ain't
What kind of
upset with
impression
that. Yeah. Here, hold on. Don't drink out of yours yet, John. Yours shows the color better.
Wait, there was a can? Or yeah, definitely fell on it.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, God damn it.
Well, there's the color of the beer.
I've been drinking, boys.
And there's the
we
can.
got to the point where we wanted.
Yeah.
Good for us.
I like that. Oh, there was a can.
Lakefront, yes, I've seen that label. I know Lakefront Brewery from somewhere. I don't know why.
Well, I drank one of my extra cans of Lakefront 2 weeks
No, you said
ago.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Buddy's wife is from Wisconsin. Maybe she brought down some lakefront.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I'm going to have to ask about that when I go to Cincinnati this weekend. Because that label, I definitely know it.
Okay.
What? I'm not upset with it.
Yeah. Listen, it is easy drinking. Wonderful flavors.
A little bit of malt.
Just a little bit of malt.
It plays.
Can I say, I feel like the Reds are the hardest thing to get right. I like them when they're done right, but I don't find very many that do it right.
They did it right.
With it being a lager, it's working really well.
That it's just malty enough to really mess with you, but light enough you could slam a can of this.
This is gonna be tough.
Slam the can contest.
You absolutely could
later.
shotgun this and not be upset. But you could also sip on it and be very happy.
I'd recommend more the latter than the former, but
I'm saying you could.
You could.
I mean, I don't shotgun crap.
You could duct tape it to your garage door and open it and try to chug that in your face hole.
Run. I've never done that before.
and then put it on TikTok.
We need to do it again. But both of us.
Okay.
I will record
Have
that.
both of us side by side. Run.
Doing the reverse penguin model, trying to chug it.
At least I have a neck that can turn.
John says also. John
looked like he was drowning.
He just chose not to fully look up. All right, this is
went back as far as it could. I'm fat, okay? I get it.
Fun of you for that one.
I had your back on that one.
Hey, listen. I'm really torn. I don't know how to rate this beer.
I do. It's damn good.
I don't know how to rate this beer.
I think I know where you're going because it's not like the high gravity, high flavor, high stout kind of appreciate it for the style that it is, but how like a blonde, how high does it get?
My thing is, it's everything I want in a lighter bodied beer, but with a lot more flavor.
Yeah. What about the caveat we threw out that if you're looking for this style of beer?
Well, I don't even need that caveat because I'm going to give it.
Well, there's might be a little bit there in how my.
But I'll talk more to John than you, Tyler.
Well, it's weird because I get what you're saying on that, though. The caveat being, if you're looking for a style, because we always say four as we
don't necessarily look for.
If you're looking for and we've kind of switched to that in general. If we're looking for this style, insert here. That way, it gives us the leeway to give beers we don't normally search for a higher score if they are good. John, it is your turn to go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's where I'm going. Is it on par with other beers I've rated a 4 or higher? Not necessarily. But that's only because those other beers are styles that I prefer more. With that being said, this is probably the best example of an amber that I've had.
The most recent iteration of Shogun was the best amber I'd ever had until I had this beer.
So because it is the best example. Like, if I'm going to buy an amber, if I can find this is what I'll choose. And, okay, based on that statement, it's a 3.75.
Ooh, it's a solid one.
3.75.
It's a solid one.
I didn't quite want to go 4, but it's damn good. It is the best amber I've had.
I will go next, mostly because I creepily agree with John again. And it's mostly because I'm not going to drive to Wisconsin for this beer.
No.
Even if I'm thirsty for an amber, I'm not going to drive to Wisconsin for this beer. But if I'm even remotely near Wisconsin, I'm going to start looking for it then.
Yeah.
Like, if I just happen to be in the area, I'm not going to say no.
That's good.
It's very tasty.
Really good.
It's very tasty.
Clean.
Very clean.
Malty. So easy to drink. Oh, good Lord.
What about you, brother?
I don't know. I just want to hear John keep expounding about this. See if his end of the table pushes up. He's got a half pack of Rolaids over there.
Oh, it's a full pack. Hey, it's a full pack of Rolaids.
Sorry.
Credit where credit's
Hey,
due.
not the family size, but a pack of Rolaids.
The Speedway special, you know, those K-tabs, which is still like it's a 2/3 pack.
Poor Steph.
I don't know. I'm close to guys. I want to give it better because I think it deserves it, but my personal apprehensions on just what I would get and where I think things should rate, I'm gonna go with 3.5.
That's fair.
Because I think I honestly think the beer in its style deserves better, but just on me and what I would go, I can't rate it higher. That's why it doesn't count. Because I'm one step down from you. Oh,
That's why it normally doesn't count.
the average is still the same, bro.
Bottom line, that's a delicious fucking beer.
Yeah,
You should
that
try
is a
it.
very good red.
Yeah.
I would recommend it.
There's not a lot of amber lagers that are gonna wow your socks off, and
No.
that was definitely one that kind of makes you go,
Did a good
Like,
job.
I am shocked. It was that good.
Yeah, that beer gets a good game. Nice slap on the ass.
nice little.
Not two. That's weird. Just
Oh
one.
no, you gotta give it the double.
What? I mean, you're a baseball coach. I don't know.
No, with baseball, it's just hey, good game.
John's
With
face
beer.
is priceless. He's trying not to. No, he was. Tyler, he's sideways laughing so hard to keep it from you.
With
That's
beer.
another short pour tonight. Yes.
Anyway, guys,
Seriously, you need to watch that later. Tyler.
that has been
This thus concludes hour 2.
it's been a great
We
show.
got where we needed to go.
Make
I
sure
got
you
these
watch
So bad.
or listen to our podcast on Turfs Up
It'll
Radio.
probably be 2 weeks to edit it. So
It took so long to edit because of all the bleeping out.
we're
the
gonna
first
try to do better.
episode will be live sometime this week.
Yeah, I think you said this week.
We'll attempt not to curse so much so the next one follows up quicker.
Good luck.
Stephen Bush says good night. Gentiles?
Night.
No, genitals. No, gents. Good evening, gents. Always a pleasure.
But we love you guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry we started late. Sorry we missed last week. But I am TBG_Ops guy.
Mudhog being cute.
Behind the camera, the one and only, and this time counted,
Oscar Matt.
we love you guys. Have a good night.